Oh,
Hey,
it's live.
everybody.
We're live.
We are
Live
live.
from my mess to your mess.
It's just us.
Yeah, but people replay this occasionally. I don't know why.
Johnny had a really good show. I like when Glamour goes on. She's very knowledgeable.
Was
About
Glenn on today?
Hey, Donna. Boy, you the first one. Ooh, did you hear that?
I heard a cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
It's probably somebody
Well,
paying.
now it said live. It just said live. We're live. I put a notification for our own show. It's kind of silly.
I have 4 things that's all. And they just paid for one.
That's kind of cool. Hey, Donna. Donna.
Do you have Emberly today? In case you do. Hey, Emberly.
Let me know if there's extra people lurking and that aren't saying hi, because I don't have that information in front of me.
Nope. It just says 1.
Oh, I wanted at the auction, I wanted to sell dog toys. And I was like, where did I put those dog toys? I put them on my desk. Well, if you can call it a desk, it's really a pile on the desk. And
oh, cool.
Not cool. I should have showed. Oh, you know why I wasn't showing them? I was in the bedroom doing the auction.
Oh.
Like a dumbass. Anyway.
Not yet. Well, good morning, Heather. Oh, look, the bell is coming to say good morning.
Who is it? Precious or Bella?
That's Belle. Come here, Belle.
Oh, we're shut. Nobody could come
in.
Wait.
Precious heard her name. She was behind me in the chair. Precious is like, that's my spot. Come on.
My dogs are not going to come in because
Thomas, I think she has to go out, honey.
My hordes of I have a big bag of paper garbage in front of the door and a couple pairs of shoes and
hey, Angela, good morning.
You're not listening to me.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, I was the dogs are like, say again, please.
I was just saying my dogs can't come in because I blocked the doorway with I have a big bag of clothing to be sold at a yard sale or donated, and I have a bag of paper garbage going out.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get on YouTube. I mean, on our thing on the phone so that I can see if people need a wrench and all that good stuff.
Well, do you want to wrench people right away or let them stick around?
Well, no. I mean, it's sometimes it's people coming over from Johnny's.
Okay.
Oh, look, Purple Wings. You had a wrench. Why don't you have a wrench? Good morning, Purple. I just noticed you don't have a wrench.
Oh. I can't tell who has a wrench.
Well, now you're a Smurf like everybody else.
Give people the power.
I do.
I go to some shows and I'm not wrenched, and I wonder. Now I can't click on people's links to their.
I know everybody doesn't, and I do it so you can click on each other's links. You know what I mean?
Well,
it just showed me that we were live a minute ago, just a second ago. So how's everybody this morning? I hope everybody is good. Look what I have for breakfast. Peanut butter on a spoon.
Look at my breakfast. That's my breakfast.
I just put mine with ice this morning. So
because it's hot, right?
Huh?
Are you hot in New Orleans? It
is hot. New Orleans. My computer says 64. I think it's warmer than that because I feel icky. But tomorrow we're supposed to get some. They had said it was going to be pretty bad, but now it's supposed to go to the north of us a little bit. So it'll be heading to you guys.
I want to confess. I'm wearing like this. I call this a sweater, but it's like a hippie sweater. And it's a woven piece of cloth. But it says XOXOXO on the sleeve.
Aww,
so it's like hugs and kiss. So anyway, some people call it a drug rug. Some people call it a Baja hoodie. If you're listing it, that's what you can call it. Sorry. Oh. Yeah. But anyway, I usually wear a shirt under it. And I came in here and it feels so hot in this room for some reason. I don't know why my bedroom isn't this hot. But anyway.
Yeah. Paul is here. Good morning, Paul. Just as you were saying, XOXO, Paul came in.
Cool.
I'm going to switch my cameras because I don't like this camera. Look,
that's between y'all.
There we go.
Wow.
What'd you say?
Well, that one made you look bigger, but that's fine. My big noggin is filling up the whole.
It's clearer.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Billy Flipper from Florida.
I know.
Florida. How's Florida? In that
You heard
nice.
Suzy was going to table the sweater off. Oh, take the sweater off. And
No, I
why
took
it's
the
here.
undershirt off. Now, if I take the sweater off, I'm in my bra.
Well, that's why it's here, to see if you were going to take the sweater off.
He could. Well, you could hope for anything. You never know what I'll do during a live. I've taken my shirt off during a live, usually off camera, but it's to try something else. I have. I've tried on clothes at auctions, and I'm usually doing it off camera. Hopefully, you never know.
I think my glasses are dirty or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I know a solution. I gotta
cut my little cloth.
I sicken myself with the amount of crap that's all around me at every moment.
Ella. She brought her blanket with her.
All I see is blanket, hand pink waving everywhere.
Here, let me show you. Hand pink waving. It shows on the phone, but not. What's up? You know, I keep saying YouTube, but it's StreamYard.
So, for some reason, I'm not getting like notices. Well, I don't get notices for a lot of people. Then when they go live, I usually get notices kind of like after the fact, or I don't know. I changed my settings so that the notices would come on to the people I'm subscribed to. I am subscribed to people that drop videos at all times, day or night, because even in the middle of the night, I'll see my screen.
Like, silence your notifications, or as my son would say,
this is the thing. I did silence them, and then I've never seen. I missed out on a lot of stuff, but I will say now that I'm married, I don't go online in the evening so much. I might like peep, but I have the sound off. And when you watch videos with the sound off, it's a silent movie with no subtitles. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just not the same.
Well, I just you go to YouTube and silence them. Like, you can say whether you want it vibrate or noise or no sound.
I have an iPad. They don't give us as many choices as you guys.
Bella, you're back.
She hit her head.
Oh, don't jump on me because your feet are wet.
I saw that you went live the other night, Paul. I was thinking,
it's like, I didn't go live.
I watch replays of I watch your daily life vlog where you're making eggs, or where going out to a yard sale or going back to Philly. That was a nice one though. When you surprised your mom, that was sweet. I thought that was
Greg.
Greg is here. Gregory. How's Gregory? Were you near the second train crash? I was wondering about you because I heard that you said you were 30 miles from the first train crash, and then the second train crash was 45 miles from there. And I was wondering, was that even closer to you? And are you okay? How's it going?
Paul said he made trout yesterday as an upgrade from eggs.
I saw you when you were making salmon, and I was thinking, I make salmon all the time. I make it different from you, though.
Dinner or for breakfast?
He said that he was going to eat it throughout the whole next day, and one of the times he was going to eat it was breakfast, which, okay, salmon is okay. You can eat salmon. I like smoked salmon. You would think it's like, it would give you the dans or whatever you call it.
That's right. He's still trying to say it right.
The dan. It's like
one crash. Oh, it was not long after the first one, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
It was. He must have stayed inside after the second one.
Maybe he just shut the blinds and shut the windows and prayed for please. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's like company who owns that train, fix your brakes. Don't set out another train with chemicals with no brakes, please. And then they give the rule, if it has 101, it's regulated, but if there's like a 99, it's not. It's like,
right.
No.
I know.
people are so like, I don't know. People are greedy. I don't know. Well, look, I guess we
Chris,
can't on air.
You're right. You're right. Chris, I bought 3 of those Squishmallows.
Hi,
They said
Chris.
they were unreleased.
Did
So,
you ever? Did he get back to you? I remember when you were trying to reach him.
he said
And what?
he didn't think it would do good. I mean, I saw that they sold for like $20 to $30.
And I told you
When I
that the
set
first
it on my
5
table,
they sold in January. They sold 5. Then they sold
so
like 3.
technical.
Then 1. This one. It gets less and less and less because the people want to buy it.
Well, 2 of the grandkids are going to get one.
Well, that's fine.
And I'll sell one. And if I don't sell that one, Marie wants it. So
I think Chris would say, hold it for another year or 2 and then sell it, and you'll make even twice as much.
It's really cute and soft and squishy. I guess that's why they call them Squishmallows.
It is cute. It's real cute. And it's did you measure it when you got home to see if it was the
so if you lay him out and his little flippers at the bottom, then he's 20 inches. But if you just set him up, he's 18 inches. So I don't know how you're supposed to measure those things. But so I changed it to 18 inch. So
I would do 18/20 or 18 to 20 kind of thing. Because, some people get technical. They'll say, you sold me a 20-inch thing for an 18. I don't know. People don't know.
I know. It's crazy.
Hi,
Girl,
love.
they opened
Or is she
Marie.
love?
Yeah, Liv's here.
I know what you're going to say. Show it. Show the people what you got.
Oh, my God. So Marie bought one. And I said, just pay me what I paid for it. I am going to show it. But people
need to know.
This huge Rice Krispie treat. This one is Cafe Mocha.
Oh, it's delicious.
Marie did the caramel. Oh my God.
I know.
I was going to, the only thing about bringing these to the booth. So they're 3.5 by 3.5 by 2. That's pretty big. And they say, so we did, like they said, we cut it in 4. And oh my God, one piece was like enough. And it made my sugar go up just for a minute. And then it came back down. Thank God for meds. So.
Somebody's mouth's watering in the comments. See.
I know. Oh my God. They are so good. So this one is drizzled white chocolate. This one is peanut butter, and they have peanut butter in the middle.
I'm a chocolate girl.
This is peanut butter and chocolate. So they have peanut butter and chocolate in the middle.
Oh, you're speaking my language now.
We'll see you tomorrow at the flea market closing. I don't know, Chris. I don't feel like fighting people. I don't like people that much. No, I'm just kidding. You know how many people
closing?
There's a flea market closing, and they said everything is free.
What do you mean everything's free?
Everything's free. That's what they
you guys down in the South, how does that work out? People just give away. I mean, look, up here you can get like a china cabinet that weighs 3,000 pounds for free because nobody wants to pay people to move it out of their house. However, everything else is extra expensive. You get free stuff at the flea market.
Well, they said it's closing. I don't even know where that's at, Chris. I have to look up the address.
I think the line is going to be around the block starting now.
That's what I think. And I'm not going there at 5 a.m. So look at this one. Chocolate brownie.
Oh, show the side. Is there a side view for it? Is there brownies in the middle? Hi, Norton.
No, it's like a Sean bought one. Oh, yes, I sell to my kids. Did you get
a taste of Sean?
So I said, give me a bite. He goes, that'll cost you $1. So
Next time you want
I said, that was pretty good. Can I have another bite? He goes, that'll be another $1.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. You make him dinner and you say, that'll be $1, honey.
Right. Worms and dirt.
Worms and dirt. You can keep that one. I don't want dirt.
I know.
Did he get that one? Or he got the brownie one?
Did I show you this one? Cookies and cream?
No, show the side. Does it have stuff in the middle? Ooh.
And then I don't think I showed this one. This one is espresso.
What's the side look like?
It's just solid.
No,
And
you know what? I think I'm seeing the of
no,
glass,
some of them have,
and it
some,
looks like it
some of
has.
them have a middle,
Okay.
and some are just solid.
Okay. I
And
like
then
that filling.
this one
I'm
is,
blowing my diet. I want it to go.
this
all
one
the way.
is chocolate toffee.
Now that sounds
Now
delicious.
that would be, and this one is it's just the top thing. So I'm thinking about bringing them to.
Can I send $1 for a bite? Is that
And
how it
this
works?
one is white chocolate drizzle. So I'm still dilemma of the price. Can I take a poll?
Just tell them what the retail price is for real.
What did I tell you?
It was $6.80.
Yeah, $6.80 is retail. I mean $3.80. So I was going to
No,
sell.
it was $6.80.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking.
It was $6.80, and you would think if you
but
should
I
ask
think to put them in my booth, I will have to sell them for $7 because she takes a 10% cut. I can't sell them on any platform or Amazon. So would y'all buy something like this? Just a question.
Chris, would you buy something from her?
I mean, would you? I'm not saying buy it. I'm just asking. Do you think that
people would buy it? We're doing marketing research. People have, they speak with their dollars. They speak with their desires. Right. And you can ask.
I'm not asking you to buy it. I just want to know your opinion.
Buy it if you saw that.
If you saw it somewhere, yeah.
But that's right. Because I mean, basically, resellers are a bunch of cheap asses.
For $6.80. I mean, do you think
we're thrifty? We want to get good deals, but for food,
because I want to do them on the auction, and I don't know. I guess I could do $6.50 at the auction for a rounder number because I don't have to pay somebody.
You can't because the auctions are solid numbers usually. It
would have to be 7. Hey, Cody, what are we selling? Cody, look at these.
Hi, Cody.
They're crispy treats. These are brownies. This one is cafe mocha. I was just showing you what my new product, Cody. This one is peanut butter chocolate. My question was, I have to sell these for $6.80. My question was, would you buy at that price point? That's my question. And nobody's answering me. Hey, Toothman.
I'm going to say that I just bought a pastry for $4 and change.
Okay. So, and this, they say, can be divided into 4 pieces. And that they say 4 servings. And we cut one in 4. And it was plenty enough. I mean, because it is not overly sweet. It really is not. So my husband took one to work and cut it up. $7 for a crispy treat. I'm cheap. So that would be a no for me.
Okay, so
look how big it is.
Liv said she would buy if she was hungry enough, and then Cody said she's a cheap ass now. So
okay.
I think for $6 I'd buy it, and for $7 I'd really have to be hungry.
I understand.
And I mean, and I'd also have to have money in my pocket and be really, really hungry and feeling low sugar. And if I was really feeling low sugar, I don't think it would matter what it cost. If it was like $6 or $7, I probably
in the booth I could put them for $6.99, $6.95, and that would kind of cover the 10% that she charges me. They say in booths, I mean in like boutiques and different stores like that, they fly off the shelf. I mean, I read the reviews. I don't know if I made a mistake. If not, I guess my family.
It doesn't matter. Go put them in. Ask for the $6.
But it's not, the fluff in it is not like you would make. Like just regular marshmallows. It's really good. I mean, it's like thick and creamy and
is it buttery?
I don't know. I was just so into the flavor that because she got the caramel. It has caramel in the middle,
That
and
sounds
that
good.
one was good.
I
Yeah.
I don't like things that are ultra sweet. I like when my
I
rice
mean,
Krispies have
shit.
buttery,
Yeah. I mean,
like
it's a
salted
Rice
butter.
Krispie treat, Susie. I mean, what do you? I know. But anyway, honey, I can't afford to shop at an antique booth either. Uh, well, I have lots of smalls that are cheap. So I have stuff like $6 and under. I even have stuff $1.50. So, ooh.
Yeah, I still say go for it and see how it goes because you never know. People might be like thinking, this looks delicious. I'm hungry. I wanted to spend $10 today, and I'll buy a door and a Rice Krispie
I
treat.
hope I didn't buy my family a lot of expensive treats.
My
Not that
mother,
I don't love my family, but
look, you can love your family all you want. I'm sure my mom loved her family, and she bought us the cookies that were on sale that week, and that was just the way it was. And occasionally she'd buy a bakery Danish, and we'd split it like with a knife, so we all tasted it.
right. Liv
So
says, yeah, try them for $6.99 and see. Right. So that's what I'll do at my booth. I might bring those today and see. But they have the shelf life is until February of next year. So
that's good.
they're
That's good.
really confident because she said, let me know when you're ready for your next order. Now, my crystals will be in tomorrow. I don't know. Do I call them crystals? Or do I call them, what do I call them? The little,
Your stone
the
objects.
point. They're called,
There
they're
you got it.
called points. And like the little tiny, teeny tiny towers, they're called points. And then I had different shapes of them. And those will be kind of cheap. People impulse buy. So they may do really well. I hope so, Cody. I hope so.
I'm gonna tell you that when I'm online for like is it TJ Maxx or Home Goods
Oh
store?
my God.
They
Oh,
put all the food on the line, so you're hungry and you're
and then
waiting.
they make the line really long. So
Right. And
you
then
have
I the
at the
soda and like I'm gonna get the soda. And then I see, ooh, they have the chicka boom chow chow crunch crunch mix. And I'm like, I gotta eat it because I'm starving. Yeah. It's
right.
it's
Yeah,
impulse
I
purchase.
have some different kind of, the assortment of stones, and then I got some little amethyst ones, and then I have little mushrooms that are really teeny and different things. So we'll see. But they say mushrooms are for luck, so that the little bitty ones you can put them in your pocket,
And some mushrooms are
or
for
as you would say, in your pocketbook.
our chippy, my pocketbook. I
Your
do say that.
pocketbook.
When you say purse, I'm thinking the purse seems like the little thing that sits in the pocketbook that has the money. Because that's your purse. Because we used to
That's
have
a
little
coin
coin
purse.
purses. Well, we called that the purse.
Oh my God. And I bet you can take those little pieces and wrap them and make nice things. If they're that small, you can, wire wrap them and make like earrings
And I'm
and
like, okay, you could. I'm
right.
so sure that I go on Pinterest sometimes. I used to call it Pinterest. And I look at wire wrap things and the way people wrap things, amazing. They make like fancy bezel swirly wraps for cabochons. And I'm like, who thinks this up? It's amazing.
Okay, Liv wants to know what you call a regular purse, Suzy.
I call them I usually say my pocketbook. Even though that's like, I mean, I'm coming from dealing with a person who called it that from 1902. Okay, my grandma called it the pocketbook.
I think Mama Ma called it a pocketbook, but I've always called it a purse. Donna, my sister,
Handbags.
what do you call it? A handbag? No, I've never said, where is my handbag?
I usually, I mind pocketbook sounds like the thing that would come out.
No,
When you put me on the spot, I'm like, handbag, pocketbook.
Okay. What do you guys call it?
I usually use a crossbody, and I
do
it
like a crossbody purse.
Crossbody would be a handbag. If it's just a little thing, it would be a pocketbook. I don't know why they call it a pocketbook because it's not in my pocket.
Now this says a purse. See, we grew up together because she's my sister, and a purse. Liv, what do you call it? I don't know.
The
My
thing
daughter
is,
doesn't carry
amazing.
a pocketbook. She carries a wallet in her pocket. That's it.
I try to put a wallet in my like if I have a coat that has an inside pocket, I'll put a phone, I'll put my wallet in there, zip it up, and then in my side pocket I put the keys. So I usually don't take it.
Do y'all carry a purse, a man purse? Like when y'all go thrifting.
I sometimes,
she's from Michigan, so she calls it a purse.
when we like walk around in the street, sometimes I'll wear a waist pack, which we used to call fanny packs. And when I was wearing that one day, somebody said, "Oh, I love you." Like, it's just like, because I want my hands free when I'm walking the dogs because they're pulling me and jerking around.
Yeah. Cody says she just calls it a bag because that's what it is, just a tie-dyed bag with a little zipper pocket in it.
My bag is the thing that I say phones go and die in. And then I have to remember, like, a week later when I don't get anything.
Right.
Which one did I put it in? Where is it?
Oh, I love large boho type purses, big bags that you just throw everything. Right. So my Tylenol opened at the bottom of my purse. So my son was digging them out. Yes, I cleaned my purse the day before.
Everything is a boho handbag for me.
So I took those Tylenol and stuck them back in a bottle because they were expensive. Cody only has one. I use one until it dies, and then I get another one.
I'm into one that I've been using all the time too, because it's a lot easier to remember what's the one I've been using lately, and then I go to another one, and then I like kind of, I don't rotate very often, but like I said, I don't really dress girly. I used to be so amazingly, like, my shoes matched my purse and my outfits matched the shoes and the purse, and I would wear appropriate, like, I was very into, like, the whole look, but I was in resale and in resale. And I sold real estate, and I worked in a furniture store for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then when I got a job where they said, you can't wear jeans, but you can wear black jeans if they look like slacks, I was like, I'm down.
Black jeans? See, Suzy laughed at me when I said, I have my blue jeans on today. That's what we call them.
Blue jeans are blue.
And I have a pair of black blue jeans.
We don't say jeans. But then I was saying, back in the day, my grandma used to call them dungarees. And my mom used to call them things. She would have different names for them. She goes, these are my Bermudas. These are my pedal pushers. These are my these clam jiggers.
I'm like your mom. Because if I have capris, I'll say, oh, I have my capris on today. I don't say my jean capris. Just, Greg says he carries around a tool bag with his shit in it.
A toe?
I call it my man purse. Those are real words. I call it.
Oh, a tool bag. I want to tell you something.
It's man purse. That's really a man purse, a tool bag.
I told Tony, like, when he had actually, it's not a tool bag. He had a tool belt. And I said, are you wearing that today? And he's like, why? I like it. And he's like, what do you think? No, I'm not necessarily going to wear it today. I go, well, baby, you should wear it.
Poor Tony.
He doesn't get it. And I'm like, I like it. I like a plaid shirt. And
I'm sorry. Did I let
tool belt? Okay.
She looked at me like, really, Mom?
The more he looks like a lumberjack, I'm like,
the more you like it. Ooh. You don't like that architect look?
No. When he looks like an architect, he looks dorky. And he looks straight. When he wears these, like, crazy ties and suits.
Does Tony watch this?
No. You kidding me? He wouldn't put social media on. I have to almost stick a toothpick in his eyes to hold him open. Oh, there he is.
I'm going.
He's going. He was here all along. No. Hey, see, look, I'm making him grow a beard.
Morning, Tony. Bye, Tony.
Bye. Are they outing?
They went out. I think he wants to go out again. I don't know.
Well, make sure, take him out again. I saw him poo already. It's a little too much information.
Liv says, haha, reminds me of Seinfeld. It's not a purse. It's a European carry-all.
We watch Seinfeld. Well, he does. He watches Seinfeld all the time. I mean, some things in Seinfeld just ring through my head. Like if you call somebody, the jerk store called and they want you back, I think of George and it's stupid.
Greg says he only takes his Merce or man bag to longer trips, but he said he hasn't gone on one in a while. He don't go anywhere. The only place I go is Thrifting, not much else, or to Sam's. That's my longest trip. No, I bring my mom to the doctor in New Orleans, so that's my longest trip.
I call things man bags. Like duffel bags with like crossbodies, messenger bags, and certain benign, plain, like manly colored crossbodies that you could put like a passport and a map. Because guys, maybe your compass and your like multi-tool thing. That's a man bag. But yeah, I don't say Merce usually, but it's fun to say it. It's also fun to say other things that if I said, some people watching would, not like, because I have a potty mouth.
Mm-hmm. And Norton ate your scatter rug. I was like, what the hell is a scatter rug? We call them throw rugs.
Oh.
You throw them on the floor?
It could be a throw rug, a scatter rug, because they're scattered around the room. If you throw them around the room, it's a throw rug. Right. Norton throws it around the room and chews on it. And then someone
I can see him like throwing it up in the air because that's what Bella does.
He thinks that things that are on the floor are basically stuff that he can chew on. I think he thinks that. I don't know what he really thinks. He probably just thinks, when are you feeding me again and letting me out?
She forgot that a compass exists. They do.
Well, not only do compasses exist, my man has a astrological like planet tracker, and so sometimes we're driving around and he says, "Oh, I think we can see Saturn from here," or something. And I'm like,
nice.
Oh, okay. And so once we,
but does he carry his telescope with him?
It's mostly apps on his phone, and then he loves it when it says Uranus. Says, but he, because I go, he'll try to like make it like find where Uranus is, and he'll and he'll hold the phone up and he'll go, Uranus. And I'm like, you're such a baby. It's such a jerk. And I'm like, man, I crack up.
Oh,
it's so, yeah. But like, he loves the meteor showers. He loves the eclipses. He loves the stellar events, comets, but he's, we drove 17 hours to see a solar eclipse, and we picked the place that had the longest amount of time to see it in America. And there was a little teeny cloud traveling across the field, and he goes, "It's going to happen. It's going to scream, and it's going to happen." And I go, "I can't believe it." And you know what? It happened. And we didn't get to see it for more than like 10 seconds. And because it just peeked through like some of the like haze of the and I said, we drove like 3 days to get here. And we got to see like 10 seconds of it. And right. He was like so mad the rest of the trip.
Greg says his cousins made fun of him during the holiday, called him Ruth after our grandmother, who always had a purse full of goodies.
Well, they're just, they're teasing. Yeah.
I know. Hey, Belle, how are you?
Hi, Belle. How's it going?
So, yeah. Crazy. Belle, are you still over 1,000, honey?
Is she 1,000?
Well, I think she made she was one away on our show, I think. But,
I know she got over 1,000. I know she was talking about it somewhere.
Yeah. So
how's it going?
Well, I'm still at 305.
What am I at? Am I at 318 still or 316? It never changes.
Still over 1,000. Congrats. Well, you've done it now, G. You are now George Ruth. Greg, Cody doesn't forget anything. So
George Ruth.
So yes.
How many do I have? Can someone? My name's not in the chat. I mean,
Johnny
nobody.
must still be going because Jennifer's not here. So he has glamour.
Jennifer. Maybe she's mad at us.
Nah, she mods for Johnny, so
Okay.
so he must still be going. I know he tried to get up at 8:30.
And I was saying how. Well,
Yeah, I have something in my eye.
That woman who is on there, I don't remember her name now. Unless
Hey,
Glamour?
Jennifer.
Jennifer's here. Welcome.
Before
The show's been over. She's just high now. She's like, I'm embarrassed
before
by
I
you.
open my eyes, Suzy not naked, right? Did she get dressed? Yeah, she got dressed. She did. Liv says she's at 170. So, everybody's modded. Is that a word? So y'all can hit the 3 dots and sub to everybody.
Except me. Because
maybe Jennifer can drop your link for you.
Maybe she could.
Oh, he's been over? Oh, I guess nobody likes us today, Jennifer.
Jennifer left us. She flat left us. Did you go to Wawa instead? Aw.
Gee, you got 1,000. You buy some subs? Greg, you got 1,000?
He has 1,000. Fantastic.
He said, hell no, I don't need subs. Something is in my eye. Probably makeup, because I normally don't wear makeup, you guys.
The sub I want is probably like roast beef with. Did you ever see the Fat Boy subs? Do you have that by you? Like where they put French fries on the subs?
Girl, we have so many sub places here, but we call them po' boys.
Right. We call them, mostly we call it heroes, but I call it a hero from New York. They call them subs, and there's these Fat Boy sandwiches, and they mostly have French fries on them, but they also sometimes have mozzarella sticks, and they sometimes, they'll have like a meat or chicken. Sometimes they have chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, French fries, and sauces, and they'll have a hamburger, or they'll have gyro meat, or they'll have it's a cacophony of fattening stuff.
Yeah, I'll check it out, Liv. I like gory things.
Oh, hoagies.
No. We actually, a lot of places call them poor boys, and then people just cut it short for po' boys.
I think people out here in New Jersey say hoagies. People out here in New Jersey, which is like physically 22 miles from New York itself, New York City, have such strange stuff that's not in New York City that I was like, it was like culture shock. They're saying to me, do you want some pork? Do you want a pork roll, like hamburger? And I go, what's a pork roll? Is it like an egg roll? And they're like, they start laughing. They go, it's Taylor ham. And I'm like, what's Taylor ham? And then they talk about Italian hot dogs, and Italian hot dogs are, I go, Italian hot dog is a sausage. What are you talking about? They're like, oh no, you take a hot dog and you take potatoes and you take peppers and onions and you put ketchup on it and maybe a little mustard if you like, mostly ketchup. And they put it on pizza bread or hero bread. And I'm like, I never heard of such
We
things.
have a new place. They're called po' boys, not hoagies. Right. You're right, Chris. Well, there's a new place in Laplace, which is where my shop is. And don't buy a po' boy there. It's not a po' boy. It's more like a hoagie. It's like a bun kind of bread. It's long like a po' boy, but it's a bun kind of bread. I didn't like it. But they have delicious hamburgers. Homemade, very good hamburgers. But now if you want a real po' boy, you go to Mobille's, which is really good. We have a lot of hole-in-the-wall places. And,
I like hole-in-the-walls places.
Yeah, they have great po' boys. Yeah, you don't buy a po' boy or anything like at Chili's or Applebee's or nothing like that.
Now, I don't like Subway personally because the bread is too soft. It's like weird to me. It's like you eat it and you don't feel like you ate anything. I want to fight with my sandwich, kind of. Yeah. I want the bread to either be crispy or chewy. But that's me.
Yeah. So they have a place called Leidenhammer's. So we have Leidenhammer bread, and they deliver to all the restaurants. And if you go to a restaurant, they're all standing outside the door in the bags with the bread sticking out, but they're standing up outside the door for each place, you know. And yeah.
In
So
New York
that
City, they
Sam's
have
place has they
a lot of
don't have po' boys, they have subs. Yes, Chris, we went to a place in NOLA for the meetup and Parker's, and oh my God, they had delicious po' boys. And what did Victoria order?
a peanut butter. But
grilled cheese.
okay, well that's not so. I mean, if she was in the mood for grilled cheese, I wouldn't want it. I sometimes would want.
She might have been scared to try
Well,
it.
I mean, at least you didn't order peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Well, you know, Jennifer, I'm hungry too. So I had a spoon of Jiffy peanut butter this morning because I didn't have time to fix breakfast.
I strangely am not hungry today. I don't get it. It'll happen right away now because we just talked about it. And I'll be like, I'm dying.
Chris, Jennifer says, shouldn't you be watching her video instead of here, Jennifer? Oh my God.
No, not yet. You can wait.
All right. Purple should just check. She's got 54 subscribers.
How many? I asked. Does anybody know how many?
I don't know. Did somebody drop? Can somebody drop Suzy's link? Please,
would be nice.
Please.
Oh,
Jennifer, he said the playlist just finished. I'm gonna run your playlist while I'm gone too, Jennifer. Liv says she definitely wants a sandwich. Hey, Scarlett.
hi,
Cheese
Scarlett.
toast. She's making cheese. I can go for one of those, but it'd have to be on keto bread.
I like a cheese toasty if it's crisp on both sides. I don't like when people throw it on and they serve me a soggy grilled cheese sandwich.
Chris, you didn't give it a thumbs up yet? Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
I did release 2 videos of Nort, and since that time you said I should put shorts out, and yeah, one got more
Suzy's link.
Thank you.
How many subs did she have, Jennifer?
Can you tell? Well, maybe someone who's not subbed to me could go and sub and then tell me what they were. That's a trick to try to get another sub.
Okay, Belle says she's only got 24 of the 400 that you need. Yeah. So they got to just do so Belle needs watch hours. So anybody wants to make a playlist and watch Belle's, or just let her stuff run so that she can build up her hours. I had grilled cheese from Buc-ee's yesterday. Oh my God, Chris.
Lost. Since I've been going live more often, I've lost 3 subs. That's nice, isn't it?
Well, Buc-ee's has the best brisket sandwiches. Oh my God. So good.
I'd like to try one.
It's
too far away for me, unfortunately.
When we left Jersey, we drove 1 hour out the way and 1 hour back to go to Buc-ee's.
Well, I would, but I don't know.
Suzy at 3:15.
3:15. That's so sad to me because I was at 3:18.
Only at 3:05.
But I'm saying, why? I'm going on more and more and more, and I'm losing subs, which makes no rational sense to me. And I'm wondering, you just would assume maybe someone might. I think that YouTube takes people off who don't actually either play a video or subscribe with a bell, maybe, or, like a video.
What was the comment, Jennifer? I didn't see it. I never go to people's community pages. I forget.
I can't on an iPad, and I never go on the computer. So, like, a community page is useless for me. If you have something really important to say to me, you got to tell me in like Messenger or something, or you have to tell me.
So I don't know what the post was. Go to Suzy's and stop at Buc-ee's. Well, we passed up the first Buc-ee's, which was called. Yeah, I got this bracelet on. It hurts when I'm not a bracelet person. Look, it marked me. Running playlist, cheating the system. Yes. I know. Suzy, you have to go to growth shows and grow channel to publicize, promote, advertise. Yeah, she did that on TikTok, and I did too, and got quick. I didn't know they had those on YouTube.
in TikTok, I got over 1,000 in like 4 or 5 days. And then I haven't been on TikTok in like, I can't get back into my old account. And then I, at one time, kind of viewed me from my other account that I have. And it was so many thousands of people subscribed to it. I'm like, why are you subscribing to me? I'm not doing anything on there now.
Yeah, okay. So
Thank you.
if it was cheating, why would YouTube have playlists? I'm not sure. It's talking about growth channels asking people to run playlists and promoting.
They don't want you to have growth channels. I mean, I went to a couple of those things when I first hit up, like, when I first started doing YouTube. I went to a growth channel, and they would say, you know, we're not going to promote you unless you have content. And I thought, well, all right, but like, you know,
well, you've been doing some shorts, right?
I did a few.
You or not?
I mean, basically, I have a whole bunch of videos. I have a lot of videos that are like less than a half a minute, and some that are basically about 8 seconds long. I don't know. It can't be that much of a chore to watch it.
Suzy, I've been drinking out the straw, and my lipstick hasn't gotten on it.
I know. This stuff will last.
Don't sell this lipstick. They took my listing down on eBay. Said I couldn't. The people reported me.
Why?
Pulsa Studios.
I went to Pusa. Those people. It's like, what the hell kind of nonsense was it? They made it like a disco, funk, 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 and it's like, hey, and they're like, I don't know what they were saying. Super chat, super chat, super chat. It was crazy, the amount of craziness was going on, and then they shout you out and they put you up on the screen like for, I don't know, a few seconds. And
yeah, I know. I have to go to more videos. Usually I catch them after.
You know, I can't type in the chat.
What is that?
She's saying, please type in the chat, but Jennifer dropped my link. I don't know if you can. If I typed in the chat, she could go to my channel. I have to remember what pocketbook my phone died in.
Which pocketbook? All right, Belle, you from here, Belle. What do you call your purse? You call it a purse, a pocketbook, a handbag, a bag? We took a poll earlier while you wasn't here.
My pocketbook.
It's a promoter channel. So that's the name of it on YouTube. 3:15, Jennifer says. Belle, I chatted and modded a year before I got to 1K. Shit. Well, she calls it a purse.
It's lower and lower as the show's going on.
No, I think that's what they said earlier. 3:15.
Thank you. I was like,
Resale King. Hey, Brandon. So, Brandon, are you doing a show in the morning? I want to know what y'all did this morning without Victoria.
I was going to go live and say, I'm going live later with Dawn, but I figured who would come and see that? And, you know, I would have been in my pajamas, so.
It's okay. You might have got more subs. Oh, it's gone.
Believe me.
It's not there anymore.
Take people down for, like, they don't want you to promote. Like, what's the difference what you do, honestly? If you want to be in a baboon suit playing saxophone, who cares?
So do they just ask people to sub to each other, or?
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, we're featuring you. I don't know what the difference is. Why can't you follow your friends? Like, make friends and, you know, make friends on YouTube, follow each other.
Yeah.
I think they don't want you to get up to 1,000. And
it was a promotion channel, Liv.
Like, so what? Like, maybe, do they think they don't pay out money unless you have viewer hours? So what's the difference?
Oh, really? It took Mr. Beast over 2 years to get over 1K. Well, on TikTok, I got to 1K fast, but, you know, I went to those you sub to me, I sub to you kind of things.
Yeah, I did. I mean, and I went into some rooms where they were doing these box games, and people would just give you, I don't know, that stupid YouTube money, and just for saying, hi, how's it going? And I'm like, why are people giving me money for nothing? It's like, it was the weirdest thing. And so then I had to eventually take their money, cash it in, into coins and then give people back money. It was just, it's like gambling that like your smile is better than the next. It was, I hate it.
You're right, Belle. It is easier to get subs than watch hours. He's at 1,600 now, still 23 watch hours though. Yeah.
See, and I guess all it takes really is one kind of viral video. Like, you know, you decide that you're making these brownies with toppings on it, and then people just say, like, and then your friend tells another friend. I watch all the ladies that go to Dollar Tree and then they buy the Brillo stuff and they say, this is better than Dawn Power Wash. And I bought it and then I take it home and I go, this is no way better than Dawn Power Wash.
Right.
I'm telling you now, all those ladies that were promoting this because they were sort of stealing off each other's channel, that stuff is no better than just soap. Sorry.
I haven't found anything better than Power Wash.
It doesn't work.
Yes, it
Everybody
does.
save your money on the Brillo dish.
Oh, I'm saying Power Wash. I love that stuff.
Yeah. And
Dawn Power Wash. I can support you. A Dawn can support you.
Dawn. I love Dawn soap. And I've watched the people that take Dawn and make other cleaning products out of it. And I like that. But that Brillo stuff, nope. Sorry. Take it.
I do use Brillo for some things.
I would use a Brillo pad. I think it would have worked better.
Yeah, that's what I meant. A Brillo pad.
But this was a Brillo. It's a Brillo wash that was supposed to take off like the burnt on. Someone said it worked like that, and I sprayed it 3 times on the back of my frying pan, and I let that stuff sit. And I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and it didn't come off. Liars.
True. They said most people just watch the first few minutes or whatever. So, did you check those earrings for Sabrina?
I don't want to say it out loud. I did. They didn't feel cold to me, but everything felt hot to me that day. But I'm thinking that they're not what she wanted.
Okay.
So
well, I'll let her know if you tell me what they are or whatever. Jennifer, were you here when I showed my crispy treats that I want to sell? Not here, but
really cool. Just show the nicest 2 again. Show the ones with chocolate. I'd be more interested in
peanut butter and chocolate. So Jennifer, would you pay $6.50 to $7 for this? It's 3.5 by 3.5 by 2. Or anybody else who wasn't here earlier.
Put it by your head so they can see.
And they're delicious. This one is chocolate.
Put it by your head so that people could see really how it is. I think my dog's listening to jazz today.
So
it sounds like Dixieland jazz is being played.
Oh, Rita sells those too? What does she sell hers for? I wonder if she got them from the same place. Oh, now you see me, Jennifer? I think Greg's a little ticked off, Jennifer.
Yeah, how much?
How much does Rita sell hers?
Yeah, that's what you have
Depends
to.
on how much hers are.
You have to find out now. Who's Rita?
The booted chick.
The booted. I don't think I follow her.
The booted chick. Yeah, she was on somebody's auction. I did say that. I did see her, and I saw that they were flying off the shelf. I do remember that now that you say that.
I've been following people that I see up on Johnny's thing, but I don't think they return the favor. So not all of them, for sure.
But if you go and tell Johnny that you just made 300, and he'll promote you.
That would be nice. It would be nice.
I do too, Jennifer. I got quite a few. I got mocha, espresso, peanut butter and chocolate, peanut butter, fudge brownie. Look, she put Rita's.
See, I'll have to come back in and rewatch and then follow.
Does she do it? She sells them on her channel or like an auction somewhere else? Most of those people. Let's see. Most of those people only want you to sub to them. They aren't going to sub back.
Well, you know what those people can do.
Well, I've had pretty good luck with the stuff. I'm poor. I'm not paying.
Way to see who subs to you or not.
Oh God, they're delicious. Her auctions. Okay. Well, I paid a high price point for them, so I can't sell them for under $680. I do $650 at the least. However you say that. My puppy needs loving today, y'all.
Jennifer, have you ever heard of Bethlehem Jewelry? They made this. I just found this in my drawer.
In your drawer?
My drawer. It says Bethlehem on the back. I think sometimes these carved mother of pearl things are Native American.
And Chris. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Jennifer. I'll go check it out. You going today, Chris? Scarlett put the little bird emoji. She says that was carved in Bethlehem.
It just says Bethlehem on it. What did she say? That was carved.
She said that was carved in Bethlehem.
Do they mean Bethlehem like near where Jesus was, or they mean like Bethlehem, Pennsylvania? Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because I don't think there's too many names. Glenn's here. Hey, Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
I got this at a yard sale, which is very rare for me to find anything at a yard sale. But just so you can see, I really do. I did like it. It was, and I was surprised. She was just, it's silver too, sterling silver.
All right. Okay, Chris.
Good morning, Glenn. Irene from Irene and Leo sells baked stuff.
Yeah, I know she sells baked good. That's what Suzy keeps telling me to do, but my kitchen is not.
Yeah, but do you think Irene does she have a baker's license? I don't think so. Who's going to snitch on you?
She said Jesus, she guessed. Maybe Jesus carved himself. Who knows?
Jesus was a carpenter. He might have carved it. He probably had carving tools.
Right.
But I don't know that he had dapping tools and he could spell out Bethlehem. Did he even know it was called Bethlehem when he lived there? I don't know. That would be fantastic. Can you imagine if Jesus made this? That would be so. Mm-hmm. It would be worth more than what I would probably.
I'm going to show Chris my squishmallow I got.
Maybe I could put that on eBay. Made in Bethlehem, perhaps by Jesus. With it, they'd probably take down my listing. Not factual.
Chris. Oh. He's so big.
Really? Jesus made it. It would be like, it might be like.
Miranda said, imagine finding an original Jesus Christ nightstand in a storage unit.
Wait, show us that. I was looking down. I didn't see what you were showing. Show the squashmallow again.
I was showing Christmas squishmallow.
It's bigger than your head. It's bigger than Precious.
It is way bigger.
It's pretty big. You can't even see the whole thing in the screen. It's so big.
I know. Anyhow.
Well, you could always carve it out and make or you can make a bed for Precious from that.
She said maybe many beaches in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
There's no beaches in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's inland. But I've been to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Oh, and right next to Bethlehem, there's a place called Nazareth. And it's very biblical. Like, Pennsylvania is very biblical towns. And so there was a store called the Cheeses of Nazareth. And I was like,
says Joseph was the carpenter. His dad was a carpenter.
Well,
that's true. That is true.
Family business?
I don't know if it was a family.
I heard
Jesus was born in Bethlehem. He didn't live there. Jesus was, he kind of went places. Hey, Anitra. Oh, Chastity Heron. Hi.
Chastity.
I just passed over you. I'm so sorry. How'd you find us? Welcome. Jesus was, yeah. Okay, I showed that. Anitra.
Hi.
You just woke up. Oh, no, girl.
Anitra.
I wish I could have what day it was over the weekend? I slept till 9 o'clock. I'm usually up for 5, 6 o'clock. I didn't get up till 9. Oh my God. And I told my husband I was going to wake up at 5 and make him breakfast before he went to work this weekend. I didn't. She said she was being sarcastic. Oh, okay. You were just searching. Cool. Well, welcome.
Yeah,
We're
welcome.
all pretty much, most of us are resellers. Some are just here for the show. And sometimes we talk about reselling and sometimes we talk about bullshit.
Jennifer.
Oh my God. Okay. That's
so he
funny.
made his bassinet too, maybe. Who knows?
Okay, she's from Alabama. I'm from Louisiana.
I'm from New York City, but I live in New Jersey, as if we're like shouting out. Gianna.
You didn't go to bed till 4.
Hi, Gianna.
We're doing good. Look, she's reading. She's jumping the chat again. That's
Well,
okay.
I saw Gianna.
I don't think it's Gianna. It's called something else.
Is it Gina?
I think it's Gina.
Gina?
Yeah.
You're not Gianna? Oh, no. Gina.
No way. Why did you go to bed till 4? Oh, God.
Who's the hooker?
Hookah.
Who's the hooker?
I don't know. Maybe you? Are you just friends? Yes.
I drug once, but I wouldn't call myself a hooker.
We met on YouTube and become very good friends.
I thought she wrote Jesus was a manager, a feeding trout, not a bassinet. Well, you know, some people's
was it Moses in the bassinet? I don't know, y'all.
Some mangers.
Mr. Southern Pines.
Be a bassinet to another. I call a pocketbook. You call a pocketbook a purse. I call it a purse. So, you know, I call some stuff bassinets.
Right, Chris? Chris says as long as she's not an Alabama fan.
Just kidding.
Are you an Alabama fan?
Not really.
We're LSU fans.
I've been to Alabama and I ate in Alabama. I ate Mexican food in Alabama. We mostly
ate in Alabama?
Yeah, I did. We consider it a long visit if we drove 2 hours along cotton fields and then we ate food after driving for 2 hours and we were hungry. We found the first town that had food.
Right.
We were on our way to Mississippi.
Okay, wait, I gotta put my fan on, y'all. Oh, I'm dying.
And I wanted to go to Louisiana so bad. I kept saying, let's just touch Louisiana so I know I'm in there.
You should have. You could have had a bobo.
Just saying. We would have been in the northern part of the L.
Oh, Brandon, you don't have any friends? Sure you do.
What do you mean you don't have friends? Come on. Well, I mean, like, considering I'm 100% antisocial in general, like I don't want to leave the house, I still consider myself as having a few friends. A few, not a lot. You don't need a lot. You just need a couple good ones.
That's right. We're all your friends, Brandon.
Yeah.
Not personal friends, but, you know. Yes, that's right, Belle.
Doing packages? I'm going to do a package that's going to Anitra after this ends.
Anitra said she stayed up till 4 doing packages.
Oh,
okay. Gina crochets. My grandmother wouldn't teach us how to crochet because she said we were left-handed cops and she couldn't show us.
I learned how to crochet when I was in grade school. I went to a class after grade school. One of the teachers taught me, and I can do at least like a couple stitches. I could teach you how to do it, Dawn. It's not that.
Well, I know how to do basic crochet. I've made a couple things, but
well, then fine. You're advanced, in my opinion.
Okay. Belle's for Baylor. I'm still for LSU. Moses was in a basket. Yes. That's right, Cody. I got it right.
Do we really know? Maybe they called it like a reed. Maybe it was a reed bag or a reed purse.
She came from the Stark. We know Scarlett.
They really had that myth going. I wonder why they thought that the storks would be bringing babies. What's the etymology of that? Like, or do you know?
I don't know. Gina, I mean, Anitra, you were tearing jewelry apart? She said she was packing packages, I think. Greg said he used to have friends. You still have friends.
Greg, are you on Facebook?
Anitra, Belle wants you to just call her Belle. Let's see. Most of us are YouTubers or introverts.
That's why we don't want to work for some office. I don't know. When I was telling you how I had an issue with going to movies now because I think of it as a perfumey, cologne-y, crowded, loud place for germs to be repopulated in the next person. I don't like it. And I used to go to movies every week when I was
She's been
younger.
ripping jewelry apart.
Do you ever go to movies? Oh, you call it the show? The pictures? What do you call it? The cinema?
What? Me? The movie?
We call it the movies.
I call it the picture show because that's what we called it. We used to have one in the next little town, and it was a little old crickety wooden place called the Picture Show.
Did you ever go to a drive-in movie?
No. Greg says Brandon's friends do gymnastic and fighter planes.
Oh,
well, you'd have to be friends because you
was he
wouldn't
like one of the Top Gun kind of things?
You have 2 friends in real life. 1 that she sees once a year, and 11 that she sees every other week.
Well, that's nice. Good
Friends are hard to come by.
I have really good friends in my mind, and but I might see him sometimes, like sadly at weddings and funerals. So that's kind of sad.
Cody says it was a damn reed basket, Suzy. Now Chris is getting at Chastity. We took Baylor's coach for women's basketball. Now, Chris. Be nice to Chastity. But it's true.
Are you calling her Chastity?
I said Chastity.
Cassidy? Was her name Chastity or Cassidy?
I thought it was Chastity.
Let me look.
You look. I can't go back.
Yeah.
Purple says her raincoat is LSU. My husband thinks he bleeds purple and gold. So
I don't see a name like that.
Gallery of Jewelry and More.
Oh, I keep hearing Tony driving around. Jane's here.
Who has no social media?
Hi, Jane.
Let me go back.
Jane is here.
It is Chastity.
Has she said anything recently? Because I didn't see her name in the conversation, in the chat. I have to touch a button. And I'm looking at comments. Purple Winks. I see Jersey Gypsies here.
Yes, we do.
Lisa.
We have a commercial that says babies come from
it's
Subo.
Chastity, or is it Cass? How would you say
Chastity, CH.
S. All right.
Greg has an email if he answers it.
Well, welcome. I don't know how to say things, and I don't remember names. So. Sorry.
Now I got way behind. Don't you read ahead of me.
I read ahead of you. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna make some of it? Come on.
Yep.
Let's go.
To Jersey.
Let's go. Come over here.
I. The stork myth originated in Germany. Thank God for Cody. She gives us, the details.
Yeah, she
There's
Googles.
baby dog I love.
It's a myth. I mean, look, everything's a kind of a myth in general. I mean, I think that things happen, but like stories got told and retold. It's like phone tag. You could say, I don't know. You could say, like, I started a fire in my fireplace, and the next thing you know, like, the town is organizing, a fundraiser because your house burned down. So
put Greg's digits in the chat so we can all aggravate him. Hey, Lisa. What's going on in the doghouse?
My dogs won't come from because I have a bag in front of the door. That's so funny. He worked on. I know a girl who worked on fighter jets. I was friendly with her. She used to be in the military, and
oh my goodness,
she got some kind of pain disorder, and she had to leave her job. But she loved working on fighter jets. That really, and it's not usually a girly. You don't usually see women in. Maybe you do. I don't know. I should just shut up. I'm sure plenty of women like to do that. Not the ones I know, but. Ooh.
Yeah.
We still have a movie, and they call it instead of the drive-in, they call it the dine-in. And you could press the button for the waiter to come down and order food. And honestly, the seats are very comfortable, and they actually have places for you to eat. But I find it kind of distracting when they're serving food during the movie. And they make full meals. Like you could order pasta with chicken.
We don't have anything like that. Hey, Jane. I know Suzy already told you hello. She jumped.
It's crazy. But I like I said, the seats recline. They're so comfortable. You could have a really good nap for about $15.
Gina says Cody is very smart and so sweet. Oh, Cody.
She's smart. And
bye, Mr. Southern Pines. Bye, Mr. Southern Pines.
Did you say bye?
Yeah, bye. He's on the phone.
Bye.
I didn't get kisses like Suzy gets.
I'm a newlywed.
Yeah, we've been married 40 years, so
we've been together for 9 years, and he still kisses me. I appreciate it, but I don't always get.
He kisses me when he leaves for work. He just came in to probably use the bathroom on his way to somewhere else.
She's funny.
You know what Suzy didn't say? Sweet.
Okay, I already said she's sweet. I've seen her saucy. I've seen her not sweet.
Oh my God, Chastity, no. Chris. She bleeds crimson and white. Oh, so does my daughter-in-law. So I was going to make her a birthday cake that was purple and gold. So Cody says, "Oh, you're going to make me blush, sweet Cody."
I was looking for you live on Saturday, but I don't know. I went through a whole time frame where we've been doing a lot of stuff, like running around trying to fix up the houses and so busy.
Who better save their gas?
G has no money. No money, G.
I don't know. What's up, Lisa? Glenn, you playing us while you're working?
I went to college in New York. I went to 2 colleges, actually 3, but who's counting?
Yes, I was stalled.
I'm very overeducated and underemployed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Cody, Scarlett, because you are. You did. Yes, we love you, Cody. Well, let me tell you.
I'm a good Cajun reseller, Chris.
You are a Halo thief. See, I knew it.
Preaching.
If Cody says it, I guess it is. She was being quiet. She is here. That's right. Yes.
Oh, sweet Jane. Jane got kisses. I still like it when he holds the door for me. Isn't that silly? But I'm mostly because I have fibromyalgia and my hands hurt a lot. But I like it when a guy holds the door for a woman, and that's
Jennifer seconds it.
Weirdly old-fashioned. Saskatchewan. Do you live near the flat part of Saskatchewan where you could drive and drive and drive and then see like a grain elevator? I love the pictures. I followed somebody on Instagram who used to take pictures in Saskatchewan of like this like big flat plain. And then all of a sudden like this old timey like falling apart grain elevator. It's so fascinating.
No, Cameron, you can't have my baby.
Hi, Cameron.
Thank you. She is a cutie until she wants to eat somebody's hand off. Mostly my daughter, but thank you. Cody is a wealth of information. Yes, she is. Shit, she's heavy too.
You're feeding her a lot. How much does she want?
She actually doesn't eat that much. Since she has no teeth, we have to buy that stupid dog food, that not wet, those little, what do you call them, in the little packs?
Like Caesar's dog food or, I don't know. You mean like those little, I don't know. Wet
dog
food.
Something, not dog chow, dog, I don't know. They come in little bags.
Little Caesar gravy train.
No.
Oh, right. I don't know what people feed dogs. I buy a premium kibble, which I am against big kibble, by the way. I think
there's a new religion based on that story, Suzy.
Which one?
Whatever one you were telling, Suzy. That's right. Google is your friend, Cody. Jennifer said it's pretty where she's at right now. She learned a lot from Cody. See?
Well, I'm going to say that I live in a beautiful county in New Jersey. It has like hills and farms and but everybody's screwing it up by building apartment buildings everywhere. And so the suburbs are turning into cities. I hate that.
Yeah.
But all those crazy New Yorkers want to move west.
Cody learns a lot. 22 people in the chat. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
If you haven't said hello, please say hello so we can know you're here.
That's right. Please subscribe, thumbs up, subscribe to Suzy. I do have in my community page, I do have your link.
You have a community page?
I do. I was so excited.
Yeah, Paris.
I hit 500 because I didn't.
In New York, we used to say the police had precincts. So I met a cop out here and I said, where's your precinct? And he goes, we have barracks. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. And I'm thinking, I've only lived here like 17 years and I don't know that the police headquarters is called the barracks. That sounds military to me.
Wow. But, today she's drafting infrastructure, water, storm, and sanitary systems. Wow.
Drafting? Are you an architect?
It says, Scarlett, you may find it interesting. Maybe it's a kiss of the heart. I don't know. Yeah, she is in her honeymoon phase. Me too, Gina. We made 40. We'll be 41 this year. We were babies when we got married. We're 19. I can't imagine my kids today getting married at 19.
We just had our 6-month anniversary. And we didn't even say happy anniversary because it's not everyone.
Mine does when he leaves. Sometimes, other times, but you know. What a blessing. Yeah.
Mine's been cranky because he's doing home repair and we can't afford people to work for us. So he's working for himself and he's miserable.
What was wrong with who? Oh my God.
We can make up religion. Was they talking about the wrong religion? I don't know. There's no.
We always kiss goodbye and good night, my husband and I. Yeah, we do too.
That's sweet.
The best is making a cake that looks like Bama, but when you cut into it, it's purple gold. Exactly. That I haven't done it for, but that's what I'm gonna do.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's talking about the cake being the wrong color.
That would be funny.
She says that's just wrong. No, it's not, because she does it. Oh God, she does it. She does it.
So who is in the audience watching that hasn't
She's
said
right
hello?
she's right in the middle of the flat part, she said.
I like the
But
flat
you
part.
read that already.
Of course I did, because you're not listening to me and you're just going. So okay. I'll just
I
read
am
it.
listening to you.
You know
Yes.
what? If you're sleeping when someone leaves and they can actually sneak away without waking you, that's fine. I haven't had that happen, because I was going to call him a boyfriend. When my husband has to wake up early, he puts on the alarm and it's so loud. And then he presses what do you call it? The doze button or whatever. I'm like, don't you do that. Just get out of bed. Wake up.
Right.
You don't need to hear, like over and over.
I think you have cats, or do you have a dog, Anita? She said it doesn't have teeth. Well, Precious only has 7 teeth in the pouches. Yeah, they're in a box, but then they're in pouches, like little plastic things. I forget what it's called.
I hate that snooze button, man.
One said he's looking up parts for customers. You have a panther? No, I think she's got a cat named Panther.
Does Chess? I was gonna look at.
How do we meet? On YouTube. Pretty much in Victoria's chat.
Victoria's reason for this relationship that we became friends.
Right.
We met through Victoria.
Yes.
But she's no longer having a show.
Yeah, as of yesterday. We have parishes, no counties. That's true. We're the only state that has parishes.
2 days ago. It's been 2 days with no Victoria in the morning.
Oh, so Panther is the cat. Anita's cat. Greedy investors. My cat's name is.
Is she on a delay?
Oh.
Because she's saying greedy investors. I don't know what she means.
Oh, hi, Luann. Welcome. I'm glad you found us.
Wait, I can't even see. Put that back again. Luann. I don't even see Luann when I go into the chat. Why?
I just highlighted it.
No, I know, but why don't I see it when I press chat?
Because you're probably too far ahead and you missed it.
I guess I can only go back but so much. Because Scarlett is making the chat move by saying hi. I'm gonna.
Well, she's being very friendly.
Yeah, I don't think
Anita
so.
says she wished she had a real panther. Hi, Lou. I'm a design assistant to the engineers. I draft what they ask. Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Scarlett, I am old enough. I'll be 60 this year. And we got married when we were like 19. We were babies. We were high school sweethearts. We met, we're from the same town. And we started dating in our junior year. Those will eat you. The Panthers. Yes, they will. Lots of new people. I know. Please subscribe. And then Suzy's, she can't chat for you to subscribe to her.
Not because my phone is probably dead and I don't have it turned on.
Oh, that's sweet, Liv. Hi. Yeah. There you go, Charlotte. Charlotte. I called her Charlotte.
Let's call her Charlotte from now on.
That's your new name, Charlotte. I'm doing like
Charlotte. Knock it off.
Charlotte, the new Charlotte. Oh, wait, maybe not. Gina says she has 2 chihuahuas. And the other one, one sweetheart, and the other one has lots of teeth, right? My sister had a chihuahua that had lots of teeth, just for me. Yeah. This morning I told Garrett 10 more minutes. Aw, she's got 3 cats and Panther. Just his little baby teeth. Aw. So you have 4 cats. She has a funny looking smelly black cat outside her house. Oh,
Black
okay.
and white cat.
Oh, okay. Lisa says she's thrifting, not ignoring anybody.
Nice. There's a
Victoria.
church thrift shop I would like to go back to, but they have retail prices of coral earrings on the prices, and I'm like, I don't want to shop in a thrift shop that says that this is worth $100 because it's not worth $100.
Right.
Sorry.
Gina has a black cat named Simon, a rescue, and a cockatiel.
That's nice. I used to have a lot of birds, but I
Oh
gave
my God. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I gave my birds to a man lost his bird. I had a cockatoo, and it was bonded with men, and it used to, I don't know, I feel it's kind of like cruel to keep birds in cages at this point in my life, which I'm not throwing it. Little birds are different. This was a big bird.
Maybe I said cockatoo. She said it's a cockatiel.
Cockatiel. So I know I had cockatiels too, and I didn't mind keeping those in cages. But the big bird, they need to have a mate. They need to fly around. So anyway, this man had a pet cockatoo, and it died, and he was miserable. And everybody was like, "This man's so depressed. This bird died." And I said, "Would he want another bird?" And they were like, "Yeah." I gave him my bird in the cage, and I actually, at that point, he said he would take the cockatiels too, and I was like, "All right." And so
Lisa, if you can hear me, Jennifer wants to know if you find in jewelry jars. Cody's the spelling police. Yes, she is.
The place in my area that was within a 25-minute drive of me that had jewelry jars has closed, and now my Goodwill has no jewelry jars, and the local thrift stores don't have jewelry, so I'm without jewelry now.
Oh, so sorry, Lou. A little
Oh no, Lou, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's horrible.
The one with all the teeth is Mama's boy. I bet he is. Oh, she's not there yet, Jennifer, but last week, none.
That's sad.
I thought my grand dragon was dead this morning. I think he was cold because when I put the light on, we put it off. They say you're supposed to put it off at night, and so it's more like a real environment, and put it on in the morning. So after it started warming up, it started moving. But he was like laying there, and I told Sean, I said, "Go poke the dragon and see if he's alive." And he goes, "Not my dragon." I was like, shit. I didn't want to call Marie and tell her the dragon was dead.
Well,
but it wasn't.
I wouldn't want to. You know what? Honestly, can I just say something? Even if this thing passes away and she's at work, don't ruin her work. She might not.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have called her.
Yeah.
Until she got home.
Let her find out when she's
off. Because Marie doesn't do well with that kind of stuff. But no, he's fine. He's fine.
Most people wouldn't do well with that kind of stuff. If I was away and someone said, "Your dog passed away," I think I would have to. I don't even know if I could get home. I would be so devastated.
She doesn't have a heat rock, but she's got the heat lamp. So he goes on his branch with his head up under the lamp.
I used to have a lamp for my turtle, and that turtle would sit on it, and his eyes would like almost bug out. It was weird.
Wait, she said she agrees. Thrift stores are pricing themselves too high. She says, get stuff for free and price it too high. So she's pricing it too. I do too. Need constant heat. Getting too cold would kill him. Right. Well, he has his heat lamp, but we were reading somewhere where it said to turn the light out at night so it's more like a natural environment. But she took his little green pad out to clean it. So now, and she put paper towels in there, but he likes to chew on them or mess them up with his claws, something.
You have to be really careful about, you got to read about keeping the environment, I don't want to say the flora of the right kind of bacteria. Sometimes you clean too much. It's not good for them because they have to be.
No, she cleans it once a week.
Okay.
That thing poops as big as Precious. I didn't think, oh my God.
Wow. And it's just eating I wanted to say, I almost said, and it's eating like bugs and worms.
She bought some crickets for it, and she feeds it mealworms and whatever fruits are available. She bought some kind of stuff in a jar for it, and kale, and so sorry. That had to be hard when she got back.
That's
No,
terrible.
don't turn it off. Just keep it at 1. Keep it on. Yeah, she does keep it on one end. It's warm and then cool, so he can. Well, the light is so bright though. It's in my living room, and that's kind of where she sleeps. I don't know. It's a bearded dragon. Yes, me too. My other standard poodle had died. Oh, thank you, Gina.
I'm trying to make. I was opening the door so the dogs could come in, but
He has a
they
heat
ran
lamp
away.
on one side, Cody, and then some other kind of lamp on the other side.
Buddy.
No, it's not a red lamp. It's some kind of lamp she bought at the pet store for the dragons. They said it's some kind of heat lamp. And then the other side is a lamp for something. It keeps something. I don't know. I'm not into the dragon, but it is cute.
You know what? It
And
pays
now,
as much as you can, by maybe even doing a YouTube video about it, just because you want to make sure it's all right.
both of her lizards died in a tank that cooler than 71 degrees. Well, I guess we have to leave the doggone thing on. Get a doggy.
A herpetologist who worked at the Bronx Zoo, or the Zoological Park, formerly known as the Bronx Zoo, and he taught me how to take care of that turtle. That turtle lived into the 40s.
Wow. So, well, I can't do. You talking about a doggy door for the lizard? I can't because my dogs would probably eat them. Well, the big dog. I have a standard poodle, so right now she stands on the sofa, looking at the dragon and just barks and barks and barks. But when Marie took the dragon out the cage and held her, she didn't try to hurt it or nothing, but she said her tank had heat pads and lamps, and she lost them. Aw.
Tony lost his iguana while we were together, and I met the thing because he escaped from his enclosure and was going up the stairs in his house. And he goes, "Oh, it got out." And I go, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Oh, the iguana." And I didn't even know he had an iguana. I thought you should tell people on a first date if you have things like that. Anyway,
well, not as long as he doesn't ask you to take care of it.
Well, I don't know if it was part of the package, but it was like, it wasn't really his. It was really the son that was living there. But the thing was going up the stairs. It was big.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does break your heart, Gina. Meet the thing. I met the thing. What thing?
That's what I want to know. I met the thing. Did I say something like that? That I met the thing?
You didn't meet the iguana when y'all first started dating, apparently.
I met him eventually, but he said he had to take a towel because the thing was mean.
It was his dirty little secret.
That's funny because like they turned the closet into an enclosure for it. So it was like a skeleton in the closet.
Oh my God. Let me see if I can find his picture. His name is, what did I say? Yoda? And then Sean calls it Atonics. I don't know why.
It's Sparkles. Sorry.
Yeah, first you said it was Sparkles, and then it was...
You can't change the name on me when you called it Sparkles. Sparkles is the perfect name for that thing because it's the opposite of its personality.
Yeah. Jennifer said her snake's are alive and kicking. Well, she wanted a snake, and my husband told her no, so she comes home. And she says, the dragon is this big. It's this big.
It sounds like rain. Really.
That's what Suzy said.
Oh, it's pouring rain now. That's why my dog is agitated. Oh, my poor dog Roxy.
That's the way you said it. I met the thing. Oh, you said I met the thing.
What? The iguana?
The iguana.
I met the thing.
Jane wants to know, Jennifer, exactly how do snakes kick with no legs? They still kick.
Oh, they're kicking.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, I know.
Oh, no.
No, she said she would be sick if her Yorkie got hit by a car. Her hubby's.
But she said her hubby's Maine Coon cat accidentally killed by my first Yorkie, and the cat went to his home.
Aw.
All these horrible stories. It's so sad.
Anitra said it's raining there in Niagara Falls.
Pretty much my property is going to be in Niagara Falls soon. I find rain agitating ever since Ida. Sorry.
Me too.
That storm kicked my butt.
All right, Anitra. Yeah, it kicked our ass. Bad. 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 I can remember sitting in lines for days and days and days. Oh my God. It was horrible.
That's horrible.
We had we had like 19 days of no electricity in Louisiana.
Oh, it's horrible. We had a storm like that. It was Sandy, but Ida was bad because of the water in my basement, and we had to go get the submersible pumps, and Tony was dragging his butt, and I had to say to him, we have to go now. And he's like, why? I said, because do you think we're the only ones that want something like this? I go, everybody wants something like this. And I told you the story of driving through the area, and there were cars facing every which way and mud all over the roads, and every road we had a detour around. So we picked the Home Depot that was on top of a hill, and until we got there. We got there like it wasn't so bad, but getting home, the police started closing roads, and it took us over 2 hours. It was crazy.
Wow. Luwin says she's in Texas. She says it's a beautiful day. That's what we ran to. We ran to Dallas when we left for the storm. Because that was the closest thing they had. That was a nice ride.
Look,
we tried Houston, but we couldn't find anything.
Did you go to a hotel, or did you stay with family?
It was like one of those long-term hotels. So, we were able to bring the dogs and stuff. So it was like kind of like it had a little kitchenette, a living room, and a bedroom and a bathroom. So it was nice because people rent them for, like this one lady we met there. We gave her our groceries when we left. She stays there because she puts together some kind of stores or something. So she's there for like a month at a time. So, yeah, it was a nice place.
I couldn't even imagine my dogs bark when we leave the room. They would drive the rest of the guests crazy. People say if you have a good dog that's quiet, how do you know how your dog reacts like when you're not around? I don't know what it's going to do.
Yeah, mine are quiet when I'm not here. I mean, you've witnessed the minute I come in this yappy little thing here, she barks and barks and barks. And then she'll walk on her back feet for you to hold her. You can't help but hold her. So she comes in, if I got to go to the bathroom, she'll come in the bathroom with me. And then the poodle is laying outside the bathroom door waiting for me. It's like no privacy here.
My original dog, Trixie, used to follow me around and go to the bathroom. Now they sometimes do, but they don't always. But she would push that door open if it wasn't latched right. She would just nudge it, and I'd be like, good thing I don't have company today.
Right. And
it's like, you're sitting on the john with the dog. Said, gotcha. Yeah, the dogs go to the bathroom with you because you're part of their pack, and they're protecting you. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got a new one, Purple. I wish mine was quiet. Well, wait. So, in my bed, I'm all comfortable, and like Bella's laying on side of me. She takes as much bed as I do, and then she kind of backs up so that she's touching you. And then the other one, the little one, will get in your crook of your leg, so where it's warm. So it's like you don't get a good night's sleep.
I was elbowing a dog off of me during the night last night, and I think it was Roxy. Usually it's Norton he'll like clunk his head on my legs, and it's like it's like 10 pounds.
I read Cody's thing wrong, and she said in the bathroom, not the bedroom. Yeah, well, she just and then she barks at me the whole time I'm using the bathroom so that she can I can hold her. Well, I'm not gonna hold her while I'm using the bathroom. You know what I mean? Simi gets half in her bed. She doesn't touch me while I'm sleeping. Well, Bella, and last night I was laying she was in the bed because she likes to lay on my pillow, and then so when I get in and I get comfortable, she just moves over to touch me. I'm like, really?
I love it when the dogs go on Tony's side of the bed and annoy him instead of me.
Yeah.
And pain of me, but I still love it.
Yeah.
That's
my big
cute.
one snores.
My dogs snore. Well, Roxy doesn't seem to snore, but she gets these when she dreams, she'll almost, she's very twitchy and jerky and runny.
Right. Yeah, well, I guess my dogs are not respectful, Cody. Oh, are you guys on every day? No, we just started doing an auction on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we go live every Thursday at 8:30. Suzy would kill me if we
8:30 Central, 9:30.
I'm sorry, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. I'm Central, she's Eastern. So yeah, and then we kind of stay on until I don't know. We on at least an hour, most times 2, because we cut up.
We cut off at noon for sure.
Yeah. So if I told Suzy we were going to do a daily show, she would kill me.
I would do a daily show.
Oh, would you?
I would.
All right, we could do a daily show. My cat likes to sleep between my pillows and the wall. above your head. The little one used to go on my pillow.
I want to say something to you though. I don't know if it'd be as interesting if we were oversaturated. However, I'd like to go over to my channel and say, hey.
Well, we could do the auction 1 week on mine, 1 week on yours if you want to do that.
Well, so far though, people are expecting stuff to happen on yours. And I don't know that if I started an auction on my channel, but it would be the same auction. The same people would go there. We just like Victoria and Nana do. They switch. I don't have a problem with that. We could go live. I don't know. I could try to figure out how to go live, or even now, and see if people go over. You'll see that people don't.
No, I mean, if they know, I'll advertise it on my channel. You do it on yours. Don't y'all agree?
I'd rather not do an auction on my channel, but I do a talk show on my channel.
Well, we can do one on yours.
I just don't want to. I don't want my channel associated with that.
I don't think she should, Cody. I don't think that's what she's doing. She just wants me to hold her because it's when I come in, from being, away from the house for a while is when she really does it. Bye, Glenn. Have a good day.
Honestly, I was just reading about, everybody's ideas on what dogs do and their behaviors. It's just they're supposing. It's a supposition on their behalf. I mean, they don't really know why they're doing anything. But if there's a pack of dogs out there and one is doing something that's a little more vulnerable, the rest might look out for it. And they say that that's dog behavior in the wild. I mean, it's kind of a primitive reaction. So I don't know that they need to protect me, but they say it's sort of like a primal thing. I don't know what it is, but I know that when Norton and Roxy are outside together, if one is doing something, the other one sort of watches out for them. Mm-hmm. Not that I have bears. I mean, there are bears in my area and there's other predators like foxes, but mostly in my yard, there's rabbits and squirrels. So it's not a big, scary place. It's scary for them, but not for me, for them.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I did wrong, Cody, but oh my God. Okay, get Victoria fixed tonight with Nana. So whose channel is it on, Jennifer?
I think it's on Victoria's. However, That's a little.
Chastity. Oh, wait, I was going to say Chastity, Luann, Victoria, and Nana Tink has an auction tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, right? Names of your channels. Would love to watch the auction. All right, so the auction as of now is on mine. Suzy Woozy, I think Jennifer had dropped the link earlier.
Dawn's channel is called Dawn's Southern Finds. And it has an apostrophe S. Dawn's, like with apostrophe S, Southern Finds. And if you can subscribe to her and then hit notifications, you should see like if she's going live. But it is planned for every Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. And we go live on Thursdays at 9:30 Eastern.
Oh, okay, Cody. So Purple was asking if we can't go live on both channels. I know somebody does that because they mentioned it on Johnny's. So I'm not sure. How do you do that? Jennifer, do you know?
What?
How, like, when I go live on my channel, you could also be live on your channel at the same time, like from the same StreamYard. Belle has Belle has her game show tonight, Battle with Belle.
Do you pay for StreamYard?
Yes. So I can have like up to, what is it, Cody? Up to 9 people in the back room. Hey, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I'll make you Luann, I'll make you a mod. And Chastity, if I could find you. That way you can just hit everybody's little dots. I'm looking for Chastity's. Oh, here you are. Okay. There we go. So it's Dawn Southern Finds. Now I'll take
Here. That's it. It's on the screen now. Dawn Southern Finds. My channel is Suzy Woozy. It's on the screen now.
Okay. So that is us.
But not Dash Dawn, I don't think. That's not in your name.
Why would I know? Ha! Jennifer. You're on Dawn's channel. Just hit the subscribe button. Oh, yes. Yes, this is my channel. Duh. So, yeah, just hit the subscribe button. And then you can hit the notification, the little bell. And then
they gave me a shortened name, Suzy Woozy 2694.
I think they shortened everybody's. Going in now. Wish me luck. Good luck, Lisa. Find plenty stuff. If anybody wants to be a contestant on the game show, let her know. You have to battle with Belle. You pick a subject, and y'all each.
And what time is your? Oh,
what time is your show, Belle? So, like, I did dogs, so we kept going back and forth naming dogs until one of us couldn't do it or something. Yep. Good luck, Lisa. Okay. I have been on many channels that are doing it if they can also stream somehow from Facebook too. Okay.
I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't like Facebook so much. But
well, you should, Jennifer. She's itching to do a live opening though. Let us know. We'll all go. You know that.
Do it.
Bell show is 8 o'clock Central tonight.
Jennifer's going live. She'll go live. You don't have to show yourself.
Y'all messed up doing the dogs. Yorkie isn't a breed. It's a nickname for a breed. Oh, okay. It's Yorkshire Terrier. She's laughing. Cody the brains. Jennifer, it would be fun. Exactly. I mean, Jennifer, yes, do it.
Did you say wiener dog for dachshund or? Some people
my daughter has a wiener dog. They call it Pee-Pee, but her name is Paisley. Don't ask me where Pee-Pee came. So Haley,
Imagine where Pee-Pee came from. Right? Pee-Pee in the house. And then they called it Pee-Pee.
she did a lot in the beginning. So my daughter challenged me. There's this challenge. It's like a happy challenge to make. So for 10 days, you post one picture of what makes you happy for 10 days. And then you get somebody else to do it.
I've
It's
done those
one of
challenges.
stupid
I
ones.
think do it twice and then I'm over it. So
Cody didn't make the rules. I know. Well, I
Nothing
posted a picture of me and my hubby.
I'm a miserable person.
Right. Well, I'll shout it out. Jennifer, do it. Rules? What rules? They're both short and breed names. I know. Well, my little baby is half Pomeranian and half Bichon.
Bishapoo? A Bashoodle?
It's a
Pomeranian. So
it's a Parmesan. Parmesan.
Parmesan. Like
She's
Parmesan
a
cheese.
designer dog, guys. I don't know what else to say.
She's a Parmesan.
That makes me not want to do it. Rather fly under the radar and just see who shows up. Well, but if we know, because Parmesan.
She's a Parmesan.
A Parmesan. Are you a Parmesan? Huh? Are you a Parmesan? You want to get down?
She's a cheesy girl.
She has that palm tail. You know that. Definitely. All right, John. Bye, John.
Bye, John.
Miss Susie says bye. I wasn't just talking to you, Belle. I know. Well, no, we know you were talking to everybody. Or a mutt. Yes, she's a designer mutt.
I have a lot of friends who have designer mutts. I had a designer mutt but she was it wasn't a pot. It's a breed. It's like they called her. She was a golden beagle. Or they call them beagos.
A beagle.
Rolling the eyes. She was a.
Well, I gotta make you laugh talking about mutts. So, my kids are adopted, and so Marie did.
Did she?
The ancestry. Yeah, she did the DNA, and she goes, "Mom, we're mutts." Because it shows everywhere you're from.
Do you want to say what it showed?
I don't remember. Her and Joseph were a little bit different, but her and Joseph did it. So yeah,
I'm gonna say, wait, were they supposed to be brother and sister? And they had.
They are, as far as mom goes.
My brother did it, and they say that the brothers' data is more accurate than the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did it, but I don't remember.
So when I'm saying what I was, my sister-in-law was saying, "How do you know it's the same?" And I thought, my mother was such a prude. I'm 100% sure it's the same DNA.
Yes,
because there was no way my mom was stepping out on my dad. And my dad didn't birth me, so I know.
My sister used to tell me I was for Mr. Willie the Milkman all the time.
Well, my brother did. He was a little bit more blonde than I was when he was younger, because I was only blonde until I was about. Well, I came out red, turned blonde, then I turned brown when she cut that pixie, and then it only went to blonde. It was red until I went blonde.
Oh, thank you.
That was impossible.
Well, I used to have really long hair, and I know I told y'all, but anyway, so my sister cut me in a pixie. Mm-hmm. I still resent that. That's why I short hair till today.
Well, wait, if you really resented it, you'd have long hair.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she cut it. I don't know why my mom would do such a thing to let her do that.
Well, when I found out that we have oh my gosh, we have Moroccan and we have Italian. That was sort of shocking.
Yeah. Cody says she's adopted. She claims everything. Yeah, they claim it, but she said she was a mutt. I watched a few channels on YouTube with big adopted families. Yeah, I have 6. We did. She said, that's right, Susie. I think Donna might be lagging a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm like, what was right? I don't even know.
Donna, you got to hit live chat.
Yeah, hit the live chat and then tell me what was right, so I know.
Oh, cool, Cody. My kids were older when we adopted them.
Oh, I was saying, I think my dad never birthed no babies.
Well, my husband and I have 4 babies that I birthed. They lived. They weren't like stillborns and miscarriages. Like one lived 16 months, one lived 7 weeks, one lived 9 days, and one lived 3.5 months. But if I had to do it all over again, I would, But that was like 35 years ago, 34 years ago.
That's a shame. I had a bunch of miscarriages, so I was grateful that. For me, I was grateful that they ended early because I don't, that would have broken my heart more than having the eggs not properly implanted.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very painful for me. My having the pregnancy, I guess like the eggs were having a struggle staying inside of me. So like when it was very painful, the miscarriage. People don't realize how traumatic it could be on you.
Yeah. Well, we found after the second one that my husband and I carry an autosomal recessive gene, which causes the problem. So the only one that didn't have it was premature. So he didn't make it. So she's got 3 designer mutts, 3/4 Yorkie, a 4th Chihuahua, and a 4th Terrier and half Chihuahua. Wow. My big sister did the same thing when I was like 7. Chopped my hair off all the way down. Yeah, mine was too. But I had that little pixie straight right here with the straight bangs across. Ugh. Yeah, it was hard, but in the beginning, I was very depressed, stayed inside with all the curtains drawn, didn't go to anybody's birthday parties and stuff, but it's better. I could live with it today. I mean, till today, I still have bad days, like on Mother's Day and sometimes Christmas and stuff, but my kids now fill my life, and I feel like I've had them forever, even though we adopted them older. I feel like they were with me at birth, I don't know. It's just... What, though?
Mother's Day is very hard.
No? Come on.
Even now, it's very, very hard.
Yeah.
And
you got to come close the belt.
And I mean, like, honestly, my mother love is given to my dogs at this point.
Look at my bill.
I love the dogs.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people who have kids say a dog is not the same as a kid. But for me, it's the closest thing I could get. So what am I going to do?
Yeah, it's hard. It really is. I know a lot of people, when they lose older kids, it's like you lose your memories and your future, but it's like we lost their whole future. It's crazy. Bella, go in the front. Go. Because you're just looking for food. Go. And you're not getting my crispy treats.
When I was dating Tony, I said to him, if you're interested in having kids, I'm not your girl. And he goes, that's fine. I'm not interested in having kids. And he's like, and I said, I can't have them. He's like, I can't have them. And I'm like, well, okay.
Oh, good. Yeah, I do think about them every day too. And this is the time of year, it's their birthdays, so. Anyway.
People say like when there's a will, there's a way. Like there was not a way for me to have. And I don't know, like sometimes people make you feel bad because they bring it up all the time. Like, so when are you gonna have kids? And I'm thinking, I tried 5 times and it's I'm never gonna have them at this point.
Right. Well, people used to say when I get pregnant again, why are you doing that? And I'm like, says the person who has 4 healthy kids. because this time might work. It's like there's that hope. Carol said her mama had 5 miscarriages. One child, my oldest brother, died at 3 years old, and she had 4 healthy children, including myself. She carried her for 10 months. Oh my God. She had to take weekly hormone shots to carry me. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. You just, Yeah, exactly. I remember the good parts. And some parts that wasn't good back then, we laugh about today because it was like, and they're the reason I'm a nurse. So that is what came out of it. You should have said you have one for me, Suzy.
Because people would ask me about that constantly. Have a baby, have a baby. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I need new pipes and
right.
It's not like I guess fancy people can hire surrogates and also do all sorts of stuff if they want them. Or people can adopt as well. There's a point I had a friend who was around my age. She was a year older, in fact. And she was in her she was about 40 when she tried to adopt a child. And they were telling her she's too old. And it was making me insane. She had to go to Asia, and they would only let her have a 4-year-old child because they said, you're too old to have an infant. And that broke my heart for her.
Well, we didn't have, our kids were older, but Sean was 6 months old. So when we got him, so that's as close as I got, as a baby. And he was. So Jennifer said she had a miscarriage early. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring down the chat. Things happen for a reason. You became a nurse and adopted your lovely children out of, yeah, you're right.
I feel it, right?
Yeah. Definitely. God has a sense of humor, though. Some days I go, what did I do? And he goes, you wanted a baby? You wanted a baby? I gave you some babies. So, watch what you ask for. Yeah. No, I love my kids dearly. Hey, Bill. I love you too.
Well, my mother kept saying you should try to have some because when you get old, you might regret it. And I, at the time, wasn't really thinking that time is marching on. And I would be like, do they say everything over 35 is like a geriatric pregnancy? Well, apparently, the fertility rates dropped like almost like when you hit 35. So that was around the time I was trying. So yeah, it didn't work out.
Come on.
But I had other issues. I had like endometriosis and problems with my uterus. That's a lot of personal stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, you try. You try to have a sense of, ow, Belle. What do you want? Thomas, can you come get her, please? Give her a snack. And I don't know why. My dogs they got the little hitchhikers on them everywhere.
What's that?
The little piggies?
No.
I don't know what you call them. Shit. We call them hitchhikers.
Where do they get the hitchhikers?
They like stickers. I don't know.
But we have like plenty of stuff. But
yeah,
my dogs just get dirty. They get full of dirt. They run around and get muddy.
Well, Bella has really bad eye boogers. Oh, well, thank you, Jennifer.
She's boogery.
Yeah, she's got boogery going on. You know what a hitchhiker is? They're little round things and they got little pickies all around them. Pickies? And then they catch on to everything. Let me see if you got a hitchhiker on you. I'm going to pull it off.
What do we call it? Like there's brush sometimes, and when they run in the brush, there's like little. We have these things called like barb. I think they're barberry bushes because they got barbed thorns, and I've gotten those stuck on me.
Wait, come here, Belle. You got a hitchhiker in your ear. You won't let me get it. Yeah, you're right. And I used to hate when people told me that, but now I'm okay with it. And I do. I know God has a plan. We laugh because my first baby that I had, her name was Haley. And the first kid we adopted, my oldest daughter, her name is Haley. So I'm like, okay, God. Yeah. They are a pain to get off. Like my husband held her hair and then I kind of pulled it off. Oh, thanks.
Well,
Yeah. It's not good, but it's nice to know other people kind of go through the same things, Well, damn, tell your God I want my leg back because his plan sucks. I know. Sometimes the plans do suck.
I know.
I truly believe that a lot of things are in God's plan. I was like really ticked off for a long time, but Cody, you're a hot mess. Yes, Cody she's a hot mess. I told Suzy she was a hot mess and she goes, is that good?
I was teasing you. I know I wasn't. I know. I went and looked at it. I am a hot mess. Most of my life, I think I've been a hot mess.
Yeah, right. God told me to give you this, Cody. Jennifer. Cockaburs. Yes. Cockaburs?
Cockleburrs. Burrs. Yeah, well there's some like
hey Yvonne.
Hi Yvonne. Good morning. Or it's not afternoon yet. Still got some fun.
I feel a picky somewhere. Because it's
going. What are we gonna do? I feel like lately I've been missing the idea of having children more than ever before. And my mom sort of predicted that. She goes, when you're older, you're gonna regret not having kids. But like it wasn't I couldn't have them. And now I'm thinking, I feel sad. And now that I'm married, I feel like, when a couple gets together, your plans and ideas are sometimes to start a family together. And we are a family, and we have dogs together, but it just doesn't feel the same as maybe having kids together and raising them. And I was talking to Tony about it, and he goes, we're way too old to adopt a kid now, he felt. And I agree. We feel way too old. Because it's hard enough to deal with ourselves, and we're old, so that's that.
Okay, Carol wants to know where everybody's from. She's from Florida, and she says they also have hitchhikers and sand spurs. Well, I'm from South Louisiana. I'm between New Orleans and Baton Rouge.
Well, I'm living in New Jersey between New York City and Philadelphia, and I don't have a whole lot going on in my yard except for mud. So, like, I don't have those things.
Yvonne wants to know if Tony has kids.
Tony has a child from a previous marriage, and he had another marriage where his wife passed away, and the wife had a previous child, so it was a stepson to him. And when his wife passed away, the stepson stayed with Tony, not his real father, natural born father. And he basically had been raising him up until recently.
Yeah.
But raising him, he's a full-grown adult man. He's in his 30s. So what's too late at this point? It's like basically it should be like, go start your own family.
Oh, so you just starting your day, Yvonne. It's 8:30 there.
But Chris is a very nice man. I enjoy hanging out with him when I see him.
You're right. You are right.
But Tony was saying that if Chris doesn't have a kid, that he's like the only male child with that name, and the name is going to die out. And I feel like it's the same thing for us, because my brother didn't have a child either, and I don't know that if he was able to. And maybe A plus B equaled people who couldn't have kids. And it's the end of my family's name. Except that my cousin had 3 daughters, and some of them kept their name, but the kids, and they're having children, but I mean, so it's like basically my family is expanding, but a lot of times it's like via marriages or other ways. Well, like I know that I think my other cousin, I have 2 cousins on my dad's side who are living, but I think the ones that were on my mom's side are not around anymore. So that's sad. But they lived in other states, and we weren't ever really close when they moved away.
Yeah, they do cause a problem, especially in a long-haired dog or like these poodles and kind of breeds, because it gets all curly and it gets stuck, and Bella hates you to touch her.
Getting did you watch the Rover's Makeover channel?
Yeah, I do watch her. She's
one
good.
of the last ones she posted was so heartbreaking because the dog had bruises, like circular bruises from the hair that got matted. It was so sad.
Right.
I guess I know it's look,
yeah.
I feel like some people say like you have to count your blessings or count I feel very fortunate to have found somebody to be in a loving relationship with at this point in my life, and I'm hopeful that we'll grow older together.
Right.
Hi, Donna.
Hey, Donna. Yeah, you're late to the party. 33, still very happy not having kids and never wanted them. But society keeps telling me I'll change my mind. Well, it's, not everybody, wants them or needs, I mean, it's a personal choice.
When some people are young and busy and have a very fulfilling life, and if that's how you choose to live it, I think that's fine. I mean, yeah. I know people that do that. I just happen to have, when I decided I thought it would be okay to have them, I was a little too old, and then my body didn't work right, which I didn't know. If I had known all along my body wasn't working right, it would have taken a load off my mind, and I wouldn't have, I would have just said, oh, well, I just can't have it. I would have made other arrangements probably. But, I didn't learn about that till way, way, way later.
Right. Donna says she needs to watch the replay to see what she missed. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back, Anitra.
Welcome back. What I ended up doing was taking care of other people. I ended up working in nursing homes and hospitals. I took care of both of my parents through their last illnesses and until they passed away. So, at least I was around for them. That was nice. But
Brandon's 20 without kids. He says, I know it's not too old, but a lot of his friends and family around him have kids. I think I'll be in my 30s, though.
Well, if you don't have a steady person in your life that you're starting a lifetime together with, it's going to take a couple of years for sure. And guys, honestly, guys get a pass if they want to. I mean, I don't know what lifestyle choices people make, but like if they're with a woman, they could reproduce later than the woman can, and if they're with a man, and they probably could adopt, or it doesn't matter probably at that point either how old you are. Except if you want a baby from China, and then they limit you to 4 years.
Right. Yes. Shout out to Cody. Cody, your talk show is Wednesday, right? And Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Put in what when your show is. Oh, Lord, I got a dog hair flying.
Well, Victoria's not having her morning show anymore. I don't know if the last person who said that comment was it. It was Carol. Victoria has stopped doing her morning show, maybe temporarily, but for now it's not on. So she'll be around for auctions and other little pop-up things.
Right. Carol says she started a family at 28. She had twin sons and a daughter within 2 years. Enough.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot.
Yeah. Donna said her son is 31 and looking for the right person. Would love to have kids, etc., but hasn't found the right person.
You need the right person.
Sometimes it's hard to find that person, you know?
It is. You jumped over the baby bug one.
Oh, I know. It jumped. The chat jumped.
Oh. I want to read what she said.
Oh, I read that.
Some men have just as much baby bug as women. My 20-year-old has been talking about having kids since he was 15. It showed for a second. My other son, who's 31, never talked about wanting kids. So yeah, I mean, like, I think I am ready to kind of be a grandma at this point, but we really have Chris.
Yeah. Liv says her boyfriend is adamant, doesn't want kids.
Yeah, okay. Well, you found somebody who has the same ideology as you. That's awesome. What does it say? Right. My idea is if you want them, you go ahead, and because you will have regrets in later life. See that? You know, the thing is too. You know, you don't always have kids. Like, you know, your ideal fantasy about having a child is that they'll be loving and supportive of you, and they'll take care of you when you're old. Right. Not all kids are like that. Some, you know, they have ideas that at 18 they want to split and they never come back. And that happens too.
Hey, Lisa. Somebody new? How'd you find us? Welcome. I wouldn't have kids if I waited for the right person.
Well, I was telling my mom that. I said, don't be surprised if we just have a kid. She goes, well, I don't care. Well, she cared at first, but then, you know, she didn't care. Who's the new person? I don't see. How come I don't see it showing up in my chat?
Oh, I think you're talking about Victoria. Who?
Hi, Lisa. That's who you meant.
Oh, okay. Her sister-in-law found a nice husband, and it never happened. She was in her 50s, and she hates that she didn't have a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like I was saying that about, you know, having a husband now, and I feel like I'd like to have a family with him, but you know, it's a fantasy because it can't happen in reality, because we both can't have children, and we feel like we're too old to adopt at this point.
I agree with that, Jane. There's never a right time. Just do it.
Yeah, I would have had kids.
Okay.
And I
Lisa,
wouldn't
give you a wrench in a second. Okay, you're blue.
Well, I spent a lot of time for about 5 years taking care of my parents because they needed a lot of help, and I was the one doing it. And, you know,
right.
And even though people say you should live your own life, when you're taking parents to like chemo treatments and making sure that their care is attended to, like, you become a geriatric care manager, and you don't have time for a lot of other things.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine. I don't know. So,
well, I could live vicariously through you, Dawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. You get the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, Brandon said he joined the Air Force at 19 and have not moved back.
My friend, one of my friends, like, that I met in college, and we were roommates back then, and she had 3 children, bing, bang, boom, kind of 3. And I was with her during the early years of those kids. So I had a lot of that stuff going on. I mean, you know, they weren't my kids.
Right.
But I at least got to experience the
Jane said you only need a sperm donor. You're not too old to adopt. It's all about having patience to get a 5-year-old.
There's actually there is a cutoff for when they will give you a child. They don't give you children when you're like 60 years old. So They
Right.
just don't. I mean, someone could drop a kid off and say, "Take care of my kid," but it wouldn't be legal, kind of thing.
That's
No.
true, Lisa. The right man now might not turn out to be the right man in the future. Oh, I'm so glad my man turned out to be the right man 40 years later. Yvonne says she thinks older parents are better parents sometimes. I think could have more patience, I think.
I think we could have more patience with the kid. However, it's kind of, what would I say? Like if we would be like almost 80, I don't know, 80 years old when they're graduating college.
Yeah, you're not too old to do
you
foster parent. We did that.
Yeah, right now there's no room for a kid because
Yeah.
I filled up my house with junk.
I currently know 2 women, early 40s, single and going the donor route. Yeah.
But she had a few practice husbands to find a kid. Well, I want to almost say that Tony did that, but his last wife passed away, so that was sad. I mean, he was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that trend doesn't keep happening to him.
Right.
It's really scary. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to put it out there, the bad juju. But, you know, I wonder how long he was with her. Because we've been together now more than that whole relationship.
Yeah. Brandon says he agrees 100%. He wants to be patient with his child. He's too self-absorbed with his self-improvement, which is probably why his relationships fail. You'll find the right one at the right time.
Well, if you're really self-absorbed and you're self-improving would make you more desirable as a mate. But like you have to be open to that whole thing too. Like if you don't open up that realm of like, you know, you have to really work on a relationship and make it a priority and be like very, very open. You know, it's a whole thing. You know,
Right.
People that aren't open to it are not going to get it. You have to love yourself.
Yeah, true. You do have to love yourself. Lisa says she waited until 30 to have kids. She was 38 when she had a second. Now 15, she wears me out. And that's the age where the aliens come and pick them up and leave somebody else with them. Yeah, you got somebody else. I think that will change when I get older. I'm sure. When you're ready, you'll know. I seem to have a 5-year expiration date. When Mike and I hit 6 years, he said, "Whew, I made it."
Or you know, I was with Tony and he said, he goes, "I'm not going to get engaged until we're together 6 years." And I said, "I'm so old. It's like dog years now. You're making me wait till 6 years in." That's insane to me. I knew after 2 years we were going to get married. Like, why did he? And then COVID came, and that took us another 2 years to tie the knot. Now I'm exhausted and old. It's like, thanks a lot, buddy.
Wow. Purple says, I have 2 children that turn their back on me, and their dad is the best dad ever. He beat my daughter black and blue, dragged my son across the street, and other things. That's sad, you know. But that's the one they turn to.
Wait, that's what she said? That's the one they turned to? The one that was cheating?
Dad's the best dad ever, but this is what he did, if I'm reading that right.
I don't understand how someone who would beat a kid would be the best dad ever. She's saying,
well, no, you know, some kids, no matter what, they still go to that parent, no matter what they do, what they did. You know,
somebody I knew from the
she's been married for 22 years now.
I think you made it past your like the age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's hard.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. People. I was talking to a woman who said that like she was in a very bad relationship with her husband, and like basically, I don't know what he did to somehow get the children on his side, but they sort of sided with him during the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I have to, if I hear what she was saying, there was no rational reason for that because he didn't seem like a good man. But, and I know it broke her heart. It's people get heartbroken about the whole children thing a lot.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Mm. So
Yeah. Yeah, my kids are. I have one that's, well, maybe two that's a real drama queen. Yeah, they're seeking fatherly approval. Yes, Susie, he is the best dad ever. It's way easier to blame mom for everything bad in life. You're right. I get that sometimes. Sometimes you crave more love and attention from one that doesn't give it to you. All human relationships are complicated. You're right.
they are.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to my dad for a very long time when I was a teenager, and he was just very like, okay. My dad's mom died when he was 4, and his dad died when he was 23. So he wasn't raised in a lot of like motherly love kind of situation. The parent, the whole family was poor. Everybody, there's about 4 families living in one apartment in New York City. So they each had like a kind of room to stay in, and
Mhm.
they were obviously not rich and they were suffering. And, you know, I think considering he did okay. But when he was going through his, I like menopause or whatever they would call it, he kind of got cranky and withdrew. So I reacted with like the equal and opposite reaction. I got cranky and withdrew from him. And we always just thought he was sickly, like he would go before my mom. I don't know why you think that, but it turned out the other way around. My mom got sick and she passed away in '04. And then my dad got sick shortly after and he died in '05. But that last time helped me to get close with him. And he never said, I love you until seriously, the night he was dying. I
Mhm.
said, I love you. And he said, I love you. So it was kind of you know, a full circle for him because I used to say, I love you. And he'd say, stop with the nonsense.
Mhm.
And
Right.
so he was just not a very affectionate person. So I got to hear it at least from his mouth.
Right. Well, yeah, that's an awesome thing.
It's a
Jane
very,
says mom equals me no mother. Sometimes I feel it. Me too, Jane. Me too.
mom.
Yeah.
My mom
Well,
and
I'm
I were,
glad you got to get that, you know.
yeah, I do. I mean, it makes me feel sad because it really took. I mean, it's kind of weird. It was like it almost sounded like a Hallmark movie kind of thing. It sounds almost like really. That's when he finally said it. I'm like, really? He was
Yeah.
a definitely stop with the nonsense, or
Right.
did he never said the word?
But I think a lot of it is how they grew up. They didn't have that. Like their moms and dads didn't grow up and said, we're huggers in our family, but not a big I love you kind of.
Yeah, and I got
It's
my like.
gotten better now, but in the past, that's just
I
how
used
it
to count the holidays and the birthdays to know like how many kisses I would get. Because I'd say I'd get a kiss on my birthday, he'd get a kiss on his birthday. Around like the holidays, we get another kiss, and Happy New Year, we get a kiss. So it was like, I mean, that's sad how you have
was.
to. I knew. I go, oh, I got my like 5 kisses this year.
Yeah.
So it was sad.
Aw, that's sweet, Brandon. He said you
Oh,
seem like
thank
you'd have been an
you.
awesome mom.
A lot of my friends when we were younger were saying, who would make the best mom? And they all went, Suzy, Suzy. Because, I was always like, I have the modulation in my voice and I would want to go to the zoo or the museums or, you know, do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It,
So she told her mother, I hate her dad. Did to me, wait, I can't even read today, y'all. I told my daughter, I hate her dad. Did to me what he did to me, said because he told me he never touched you. When a woman says is in bad relationship, believe her. I spent 17 years in an abusive relationship, 4 kids.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's tough.
Did you ever go to counseling for that? Because I used to work in a counseling center for women who were in abusive situations, and The abuse could be verbal, it could be physical, it could be, well, verbal really is emotion. If they're both emotional, and
Mhm.
it could be financial as well. And we used to show people at first, like there's this thing called the power and control wheel, and it just starts the ball rolling with you, realizing like
Mhm.
what your situation was and how you were manipulated by the person. And it could be for men as well. Women, men relationships there could be an abuser, and women relationships, and also, a woman can be an abuser in a relationship. So it's just, it's very sad. I love it when a woman has the wherewithal to get strong, and you become a reaction to your situation. And when you don't like the person that you've become, like you need to know that your life can be better and calmer, and you could grow without that person. And when you get that point, it's so fantastic.
You want to get that? Lisa said her mom was a horrible mom. Now she's 80 with dementia. Have a hard time not being. I can understand that.
I could relate to that as well. My grandmother wasn't a very nice person, and she loved my brother. He never really was around in that much. I mean, I don't know if my brother's listening, or he might be, or his wife, but she was very mean about my father. She was mean about me. She was mean about a lot of things, and her other grandchildren. And I, I, she loved to twist that sword in a turn and like make you all aggravated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had me in tears all the time.
Right.
And then when it came time to take care of her at the end, I was always with my mom doing it.
Yeah. Wow.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Little kids can, they have a way of making you change things, When I was a child, my family moved across Canada due to my dad's job, but it certainly made us closer as a family. Oh, well, that's a good thing. Sometimes that tears stuff apart. We had a baby before we were married, so since the day we got married, we have been raising kids. I just got to the point of getting to be empty nesters, and now we are raising. Well, we'll never, right, raising your parents, so you never have that alone time. Well, I'll never have an empty nest. I have a vid on my channel talking about therapy and how it's kind of unlearning all the bad things, right, from your parents and our previous generations. It's a vicious cycle if nobody stops it. True.
That is true. I never had I don't know. Okay, I do know. I learned recently, kind of what had happened, and what shapes you into your today person. And a lot of times it's when you're a child, and how things that don't go right can just really
Yeah.
impact your whole emotional development and
But,
affect every decision you make from then on.
right. It's good you got out of that situation, that you were strong enough to do that.
He used the circle of power and control, like that power and control wheel. It's very eye opening. And I mean, a lot of, not every, it's people that are abusive are from all walks of life, all economic situations. I mean, there's a lot of doctors who are abusive, and police officers, and every kind of thing. So it's not just some guy who's like a any it could be any person.
Yeah.
And it could just be the way you grew up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the older generation, they do things to show their love, but they never actually would come out and say, I love you, Right.
Know.
I mean, I agree, Yvonne.
My mother said it all the time. My mother said it so much that it was like she really tried to make up for my dad not saying it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying, I mean, I felt like he was for the most part, he was, he was working hard and trying to keep the family together. He, his downtime wanted to be like watching sports, reading a book, kicking
Mhm.
back on a recliner chair, eating some food. He was pretty simple. He didn't need to go out drinking. He didn't need to go on fancy vacations. He didn't want to, like, he labored at work. He didn't want to labor at home.
Right.
And that was hard for my mom. But
Right. So
anyway,
true, Jane.
well,
Just remember, the only person that can change
that's
you,
right.
life is you. Be your best you. Definitely.
It is true. When you have the realization that, when you finally can discover what you want in life and what you want your partner to be in life, you can escape a cycle of maybe it's karma or bad decisions. But a lot of
Mhm.
people who are in an abusive relationship at one point in their life, they keep kind of picking the guys that might put them in the same situation time after time after time, and then at some point you realize, I gotta look for the guy who's opposite, because
Right.
that's not what I want.
Yeah. Donna says for sure he was raised by two alcoholics that never showed affection or, were that way. Yep. Definitely. Purple says they found him as a mental abuser of all three of them. Well, good. He got his due. She says Anne's probably why she chose practice husbands. She didn't put her foot down. Her worth, for her worth until she was almost 30. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it is heavy. Yeah, it is heavy. I mean,
Right.
like, I picked bad people from the start. I mean, my parents, should I even confess more stuff? They put me, I know that I think a root of a lot of like the problems that I had was because somebody who was a friend of our family, a neighbor and a trusted person, was babysitting, and he was abusive to me. And he did things that are like really not kosher, I'm gonna say. I mean, he was a child molester, and he was living in our building, and he would always say, I'll babysit the kids. And my parents left me with him, and his wife would then go shopping. And I'm just gonna say, learning now that they call that like childhood post-traumatic stress disorder. It leads you down a path of, like, I've learned from me, it led me down a path of like soothing my feelings with food, soothing my feelings with work, with stuff that I attach sentimentality to things over, maybe people even. And, it took me till recently to like really figure it out.
Yeah. Lisa said her mom said it all the time, but didn't show it. It's important to share, understand, and be understood. Yep.
It is. I know, like, and I told my husband, I don't know how much he really takes in, or he doesn't really comment when I say those things. I mean, you kind of want him to say, I'm sorry you went through that. But like,
Right.
I told him what I need, and he agreed.
Mm-hmm. And maybe it made him angry and he didn't know what to say, It's never too late to say enough as a mouth. Yeah. Enough is enough, right? Autocorrect. Yeah. People don't think about child molesters back in the 60s.
That's true. They just, it was sort of it seemed like a new thing, because I don't even know. I don't know. People say, well, didn't you tell your mom what was going on? I don't even know. It's like I put so much of what had happened then, like, out of my mind, that I got flashes back to it when I was a teenager. And people talk about repressed memories, and some people think it's so bogus. And I'm thinking, it's not bogus. It happens. I mean, when your life is shattered, like when you're a 5-year-old and people are doing it to you, I don't know. To me, I feel like a just desserts would have been castration. However, he was never caught.
Right. Hey, Johnny, it's okay. You're late. You're fashionably late.
It's okay.
But welcome. Glad you came.
Johnny.
Johnny, I love the way you've been doing the different things on your show, like the different platform stuff. That's pretty awesome.
You're saying hello just as I'm talking about castration. I'm thinking he's probably like, what did I walk into? Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
He's blessed. And I feel like I'm blessed now too. I feel like, it took me a while. I always felt like in my heart of hearts that when I was older, I'd find that right balance for me.
Right.
And I did. And I'm grateful.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm truly blessed. Some days it's hard to find that, or to say that. But yeah. I know I am.
We're human beings, and people piss us off. We have, sometimes people do things, or they're in a mood too. They can't always be. People can't always be chipper and happy.
Right. Definitely. Oh God, I have been listing thank God my eBay is picking up. Because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay my rent. If it don't pick up.
That's the next wave of issues. Like the problem of like being unemployed or not making enough money. That could cause problems for us. I hope that we could get through it, because my husband's been unemployed since 2 weeks after our wedding, and the unemployment is running out, and we're fixing up houses to try to move. So you need money for that. And it's going to get really tight for a while. So.
Yeah.
Problem is solutions or solution?
Yeah, sometimes I'm in a bad way and it's hard to find solutions. I don't know. But I try.
Well, I mean, I used to feel like, I feel like things have a way of working themselves out, usually. I mean, I feel that way. And I also feel like if one door closes, another one opens. But when you're really down in the dumps and you're really depressed and you really need a hug and you're sad and you feel like everything is hopeless, like it's hard to see that like maybe in a year or two, your life will be a whole different thing. And I get it. I mean, I do get it. I've suffered from, anxiety and depression. And no, I mean, I've felt like that nagging depression where you just feel like your heart is so broken. Right. And all you want to do is cry. And you just want that feeling to stop. It's a horrible, horrible thing to go through. And I can relate to people that are very, very sad. But we don't have an expiration date, but it's not, we're not granted always like a long, healthy life. And it is, I do feel like sometimes the bitterness and the trials and the tribulations just make the good stuff better, because you feel, when you're kind of used to, I don't want to say like you should embrace mediocrity, but like sometimes mediocrity is a lot better than being in the ditches, so sometimes when your life is just sort of status quo or bad, sometimes like when you have some good, it feels good. I mean, I'm one of these people that sometimes say, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm feeling good. Yeah. But anyway, I feel like my life, I am like very, very lucky that I found my husband, and that he's a good person. And that my emotional being, like, I feel like it's going to be kind of a trial for me to clear out and move. It's going to be hard because we have to agree on a lot of things. And that's going to be hard. Like,
it'll be fine. You're going to work through
it. And where to move to, and what I should throw away.
I know. Right now, I'd like to throw everything away. and start fresh.
Well, don't wish that, because there might be a hurricane.
Oh God, I hope not. My house is not finished from the last one.
Well, I'm just saying. You know what? But sometimes a disaster, sadly, clears out the way.
Right.
She's
That's
like,
true. What? You have to share ideas.
well, I'm just saying. My husband is he thinks like he's an architect, and he definitely has ideas on how something should look or be or what. And he doesn't see, like, I look at houses and I go, oh, they have built-ins and they have an island and they have a lot of cabinets in the kitchen. I like it. And he's looking at, like, why did they put a dormer there? And the doorway doesn't make sense. And there should be enough, he's just like, he's looking at other things that I don't look at.
Right. Well, but that's good because you're looking at it one way, he's looking at it one way, and it makes,
Yeah,
makes it as a whole.
There was a floor plan on one of the houses, and he's looking at it. He goes, they should have put another doorway over around this side. Well, I don't know why they didn't do that. And I'm like, okay. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, why? And I'm looking at another house, and I'm like, they have popcorn ceilings. Who does that? Like, or they have drop ceilings.
You just scrape them off.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, I said, why do people have drop ceilings? And he'll say, because they didn't want to put up drywall.
But at one time, the big raised ceilings and the open floor plan, that wasn't what it was.
I know.
So people did have boxy houses and drop ceilings.
And lots of little rooms, because every time there was like a little room, you stuck a bunk bed in it because you had 9 kids.
Right. I mean, I don't understand the formal living room thing because, like, around here, nobody really used that. It ended up with a fancy sofa that nobody was allowed to sit on.
Well, that happens here too. Like, we all joke around about the aunt or the grandmother that had plastic coating on her couch, and then nobody sat on the couch for so long. When you finally sat on it, the foam got hard.
Right. I mean, my grandmother had a fancy living room, but then they built this extra little thing, which was a small living room. Yeah. I don't know. You understand that?
And we're looking at houses I'm looking at houses because he said, like, don't even think about looking for a house with the square footage of your house. We need more square feet. And people, like, usually older people downsize. And he's thinking we need to kind of upsize a bit because, he likes to play music and I like to do art and I like to make a mess with my resale stuff. So there's got to be some extra room in our new place. And a lot of people think, oh, I'll have a guest room and we'll keep it nice for guests. And I'm thinking, well, if I only have guests once every 2 years, that's a waste of square footage. Let's just get an air mattress. And,
right. Exactly.
And if someone wants to stay, they'll stay on that.
I think that happens a lot, Donna, that the formal living rooms turn into offices and stuff, Definitely. Yeah. Or the dining rooms that nobody uses.
I think a dining room is sort of like the perfect place to be an office. And Tony's like, he goes, people use dining rooms to eat in. And I'm thinking, I don't know anybody that uses a formal dining room.
Once a year? Excuse me.
I
know my blood sugar's dropping.
I'm not the kind of person. I would like a table right next to the kitchen. And I want that other space to be used for the other things that we want. I would really ideally like a finished basement over a finished attic and not be in a flood zone. That is very important to me. A lot of the beautiful houses I'm seeing that are for sale are in flood zones, and people, and they look beautiful because they were probably flooded out and got rebuilt. And that's not good.
We have like my living room, dining room, kitchen is all one big room. It's all open. And that's how, dog hair floating around. And that's why, I wanted it open. But we have like a large, like, island, that has chairs around. And that's where everybody sits. Nobody sits. Well, it could be that nobody sits on the table because there's all my resale and stuff on it. But nobody sits at the table. Even when it's clear, nobody sits at it.
He said,
unless like we have something, and the kids usually sit at it. But
and he says to me, "Well," I said, "Well, look, this house has an eating kitchen." He goes, "You have an eating kitchen, and you don't even have a place to sit because you just eat in the kitchen." And I was like,
no, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. My blood sugar's dropping.
and
My husband took over our living room and his game room as his game room, and she converted her attached garage as a resale. I wish I had an attached garage. We had a 2-bedroom house for 10 years back when it was okay. My dad
people
part of the shop. Yeah, I made a bedroom when he was 12. Cool.
Yeah, I always got the room that didn't have air conditioning or whatever. It was.
I'm gonna mute myself a second.
At some point, I ended up. I used to sleep in the living room when it was hot because I didn't have air conditioning, and we had an air conditioner in the living room. But when my brother finally had moved out, I got a place to live. That was nice. But I swear, the day after I moved out of my parents' apartment, my bedroom turned into a den the next day. So there was no going back.
Yeah, Donna says that, right. She said her garage is a warehouse. Wait, I
warehouse one. There's a warehouse too.
Like, he brought me keto cookies. That's not going to work.
Yeah, peanut butter right next to you.
Ew.
You don't want peanut. It's hard to eat peanut butter and be on a talk show.
I know. Can you get me some crackers or something? Or one of those little candies next to Dad's chair will be fine. I have to call my doctor because I think I'm on too much medicine now that I'm being good.
Oh, she has a detached garage. Do you have a cat? I'm just wondering. My detached garage cannot be a storage space because there's mice living in my
Thank you.
garage. So, I mean,
Hershey's football.
I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll have to get a cat for my new house, and hope the dogs.
You mean an outside cat?
I don't know, but the way it is now on my property, there are I'm 100% sure that mice have lived in there and are still living in there. Why wouldn't they live in there? It's free housing.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, well, as soon as my kids moved out, I turned it into my eBay room. You know, a lot of older people don't stay in the same room, but it's not because they don't like each other or not getting along. They sleep better.
My mom said that my dad snored a lot and he tossed and turned a lot. And when he started to have heart problems, his doctor told him to get a harder bed, a firmer mattress. So they bought him a firm mattress and put it in the room that had used to be my room. And ever since then, they had slept apart. I mean,
right. Bye, cool. Jane. Have a good day.
Take care. Bye-bye. She's probably gone.
Yeah. Carol says her handy husband moved a wall, making our bedroom bigger and the dining room that we never used smaller. It's now a coffee bar room. Oh, you know why this hair is flying? I'm sitting here rubbing my hands through her fur. Actually, it's hair. She's got hair. Some dogs got hair, and it's just flying. Sorry.
Well, you know, in my house, I don't want. I was just gonna say, dog fur is kind of like a condiment. There's always some dog
condiment there. Yeah. The only time they shed is when they're long and need to be thing.
My dog,
heck no, love cats, but our last rescue is not a cat lover.
My dog, you said shed? My dog shed every day on the hour, every hour on the hour. They just shed. It's like I can dust mop, vacuum, dust. And in 2 days, it looks like a haunted house. I could blow the dust off something and it'll be a cloud. It's like,
right. What you need to do is take him outside and then use your shop vac the opposite way. And
I wish that they wouldn't be traumatized for life and I could do that because they don't even like the little teeny tiny vacuum I bought.
Right. Donna said, the room she showed us last week, that's her inventory room when her daughter moved out. There you go.
My dogs are very frightened of the vacuum. I don't know why. It's not like I ran around trying to vacuum them.
Oh, no, Lisa.
The second dog learned from the first dog. I mean, Norton is scared because Roxy's scared. Roxy runs away. Roxy's pretty neurotic.
Donna says get a Roomba.
I think the Roomba would like.
Well, not if it did it on a regular basis for you.
Well, if the Roomba could run over the couches too, I'd be really happy. It's just.
Okay, Lisa.
I honestly, I'm not like, how there was a Suzy Homemaker doll and coloring book and my mom used to get it for me, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not Suzy Homemaker, that's for sure.
Okay.
One bedroom apartment. I had the same exact square footage of closets, I'll say, as I do in my house. My house has no people in.
Brandon said that's why he's got a Roomba.
He's saying it plural, these Roombas. I wish they did have a Roomba that like ran over the couch. I have like a lot of things on the floor. I have a feeling it would act like a pinball machine. Bouncing around all the time.
But they have one now that goes to the dock and empties.
That's what Donna said. And I said, that's fantastic. But I was wondering if the dog hair would get like curled around the beater bar or whatever it's called. And just say it'll start smoking up and catching on fire.
You want to come back? Come on. If you want to get down, come on.
I mean, I'd like to try it. Maybe in my next place, I'll actually have enough clear space that the Roomba would make sense, and then it would be good. And then maybe if I keep my dogs, yeah, right, like they're not going to go to the basement if I'm in the basement. I'm sure they'll come.
Although, I could see Norton trying to eat the Roomba.
Last night, he kept backing up. It's like where the wires were near the wall, and he kept pointing his nose like under the furniture, and he's going, and I go, there's probably a kibble somewhere. And Tony went and looked. I went and looked, and I couldn't find it. And then he kept getting closer and closer to a piece of paper that happened to fall under the dresser where he was. And I go, let me see. I got to see. Because this was going on for 2 hours. And there was one piece of kibble there. And he was crying for it the whole night. And I'm like, what a nose.
Oh, my God. Donna says she's got one on the part where the bedroom and hall and stuff, and the other one in the rest of the house. I don't need two necessarily, but dog gate is up. Yeah, mine can go everywhere. I had to buy one of those garbage cans, one of the stainless steel ones that open and close, because Bella she's a garbage can dog. Ugh.
Well, Norton he's an opportunistic chewer, but I was just kind of thinking he grew out of it until last Thursday when I realized he didn't grow out of it. And I came on here so aggravated because he chewed that rug and the piece of wool came out. They're not making rugs like they used to. They're not in the place. Mm-hmm. So when he pulled on the one strand, it like started coming off. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's bad dog.
So she has to put two because of the dog gate.
Yeah, I got it at some point. They actually like food around now. We ran late today. It's 12:30.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, it's 11:30 for me.
So I bet Jennifer ran over to the other show she goes to.
Oh, forgot. Yes. Dawn and Mary
are alive.
Alive right now. For Chit-chat.
Who's still here? How many people? Do the head count. Huh?
10. Huh. And I have to go pack my packages, so
I have to print a label.
And I'm going to bring my things to my booth.
Oh, that's good. You do it.
And I'm going to put them for $6.99, and hopefully they sell.
Maybe you could okay, yeah, you want to make the 10% extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not really gonna.
Oh.
What?
She said because they also map. Like,
Oh no, no, no. That thing that Cal wrote has me scared.
he had an accident one night and the next morning everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, in the room
What it
over
says-
there. Oh my God. That would be awful.
Yeah, that would be awful. Can't even imagine. Wow.
Oh, Donna says hers has a sensor.
It can sense poop. That's fantastic.
Well, it senses anything in its way.
What about the pee-pees? Because Roxy sometimes will do that.
It
I
makes
mean-
up the TV because it's not anything to. Oh God, that's terrible.
That's
That is
just
so flipping terrible.
that is.
Oh, it senses wet areas. Oh,
Okay.
you must have a very smart Roomba, Donna.
She's got a fantastic room. Did you
She's
find
got
that?
the Cadillac of
Did you
Roombas.
pay retail or did you find it at a like at an estate sale?
Right, right.
Those things are expensive.
Dang, that's
No.
cool. She's got the. We always used to say the Cadillac of something, but now I guess she's got the Rolls Royce of Roombas.
Roomba, the Rolls Royce Roomba.
Yes, indeed.
She's got a mop that runs. She's got a mop that runs after.
She said she paid retail and it was worth every bit of it.
That's good.
Is Yvonne still here?
I don't know.
Yvonne, you still here? She talked about wanting to do auction with us, so I feel like every week we can do a guest with us. If you okay with that?
Yeah.
So I'll have to hit her up on it was Yvonne that said that last week, right?
MKT.
Yes. So I'll hit her up on Instagram if not. But anyway, Donna, wait, you gotta look. I kind of cleaned. Wait, you can't see that far.
Did you
No,
clean?
I did. I cleaned part of this little area off. Well, see, because I was able to fit this box there. Nah, Donna, I did like the 12 by 12 set. If Roomba or coffee maker dies in this house, they require immediate replacement. Yes, it's a 12 by 12 area, Donna. I'm proud of it. Except I got my new inventory sitting on it. So,
Well, I have one less sheet set, baseball hat, a bag of jewelry going out today, and something.
right. All right, guys. I guess we better wrap it up. I have to go pack my packages, and it's glass, so it's going to take me a little bit longer than a necklace. And I have to go to my booth. So, thank y'all. It was a great conversation today, and
Yes, thank you all for coming.
it was deep, but it was good. So we will see y'all on Tuesday, unless I know Johnny's planning on having a members thing on Tuesdays. But until he starts it, like once a month, I think he's going to do it. So we'll have to maybe skip that Tuesday because it's going to be the same time.
Okay.
So anyway, bye, Brandon. So
Bye.
bye, Liv. Thank y'all all for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Had a good time. Now I got to go get something to eat because those little footballs did not do it. It's still in the 70s, and I get kind of crazy in the 70s. So bye, Anitra. Bye, y'all.
I'll see you later around YouTube. Oh,
On